All right, now everyone can hear us and see us. Well, hopefully, let's check the mics. Everyone say hi.
Hello.
Oh, come on, guys.
Hello.
Oh man, what a sad state of affairs.
We need to practice
What
that.
a sad state.
What's the? It's not Dolby Surround, but it's the one that's like
Embarrassing. What we just did, I think you call them
THX.
Synodine.
No, what
Yes,
we just
that's
did.
the one.
What we just did, you call embarrassing, I believe, is the word you were looking for.
Never.
Wrong and strong. My choir leader told us.
Nice. Well, hey everybody.
You
Strong,
just
I
go
love
in
it. That's
with
what
a
I
lot of
meant.
enthusiasm.
It's my attitude for life.
Oh, geez. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is our weekly Cyberpunk Red gameplay we do right here for Syrinscape. We do this every Thursday, same place, same time. Man, we have a real active chat already. I'm excited that everyone got here nice and early. I know we were maybe a minute or two delayed from starting the stream because we have officially partnered with Fantasy Grounds. So we've been kind of maneuvering our character sheets there, figuring out how to make things work. We're like 99% there. So bear with us. It's going to be a little bit of a learning curve as we play the next handful of sessions, I'm sure. But yeah, very excited to partner with Fantasy Grounds and have them here for the Syrinscape stream. I also have them as part of all of my Cybernation Uncensored streams as an official sponsor. So I'm really happy to kind of connect all these things and do it right here. So before I get into a little recap of where the team's at, what's been going on, and all that good stuff, let's slow it down for a moment. Let's do like we always do. Let's go around the table. Everyone introduce yourself. Let people know where they can find you online and introduce your character. All right, Ellen, start it off.
Strong and strong, baby. That's why it's me. That's why I'm first cab off the ranks. I am Ellen, or if you follow me on Twitter, I am Ellen K Graham 1, and you really should follow me on Twitter. I post a lot of cosplays, my inane thoughts on things. I have a addiction to gaming dice, and I need all of you to follow me and like and subscribe. You didn't do that on Twitter yet. But I need you all to follow me on Twitter so that I can justify buying dice to my accountant and getting that money back on tax time. So if you all could just help a girl out, thank you very much. I am also a creator and performer for the winning variety TTRPG podcast, Roll to Cast. That's ROLE to cast. We have 7 seasons, original stories. Each season is a different game system, so there's something for everyone. We've done Cyberpunk 2020, Red, Vampire the Masquerade, Pulp Cthulhu, Kids on Bikes, The Witcher, and we're currently doing Avatar Legends right now. So like I said, there's something for everyone. Check out a season. If it's not your bag, go to the next season. So like and subscribe to Roll to Cast wherever you listen to your podcasts. And we also have a really exciting thing coming up, but I might let Phil talk about that. But there is going to be a familiar face joining us at Roll to Cast. It's Rob, but Phil will tell you all about that.
Took the wind out of Phil's sails.
And as well, if you are in Australia and you are heading to PAX, in October. This guy will be there, and I'm going to be on 2 panels. One talking about Mass Effect crushes, which I feel like I've been preparing my whole life to talk about this subject, and a Taskmaster, a game of Taskmaster, the silly British game where I will probably do everything wrong. So yeah, that's me. And today I am playing Alley Cat, the rocker of your dreams.
Oh yeah, Rockette.
There we go.
Oh, I always have to follow up something that's so good. But I'll try my best.
Did you remember last week when I said, what was it? Nemi winning or any wimming, or I just couldn't say roll to cast for some reason?
But I don't even remember that. That's how good you are.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, hello everyone. I am Rockette Fox, your second favorite person, and I am here with. Let's see. You can find me in all the places as usual that Rockette Foxes can be found, including on the last Sunday of the month, over on Cybernation Uncensored with the wonderful Rob and Ellen doing some Dune stuff. All witches, you want it. And there is going to be something else coming up last Monday of the month. I don't want to startle you, but keep your eyes peeled for that. And also on most Mondays, I'm over on ELH's channel doing some Star Trek stuff. So kind of doing stuff all over the place. A lot of stuff. But the stuff for tonight is that I'm going to be playing Hades, who may pickpocket all of your stuff.
Nice. I'm glad you do a lot of stuff, because I like stuff. I'm going to check that out.
Stuff is good.
Yeah,
stuff
that's
is
pretty
nice.
good.
Stuff like dice?
Stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Dice is stuff. Dice falls in
Dice
the
is
stuff
stuff.
box.
And now Phil.
Hello. And
Hi.
hello to ELH in the chat there. Hi.
What timing?
Hey, ELH.
Hey. He's guested on the show before, so we're very happy to have him back. Hello, yes, I am Phil. I am also part of Roll to Cast, the Emmy miming
Hey now.
variety podcast.
Nemi ninning.
Nemi. But what we also do is we also do like a monthly live stream. It's everyone can watch, but our patrons get to pick which games we play. Our $25 tier patrons out of a selection. I'm hosting. They picked Cyberpunk Red for some reason. Maybe it's an awesome game. Don't know. Never played it before. But yes, the inimitable Rob Mulligan is going to be playing as a guest in our one-shot this month. I don't know what he's bringing yet. I just sent him the setting information yesterday, so we'll see what he comes up with. I have a little kind of setting that I created inside of Night City called Heaven, which is a cool anarchist commune that runs on mutual aid and tries to kind of keep themselves as a bastion of freedom against the corpse. So yeah, hopefully we'll see what kind of denizen of heaven he comes up with. That's going to be great. But yeah, we also have a Patreon if you do like Roll to Cast, you want to support us. And it's not official yet because I haven't registered it in the festival. But we are starting preparation to make a live show of Roll to Cast. We'll do all 4 of us do one show each. It'll be a 3-hour one shot, a different game presented live. With sound effects, with lighting, with a cabaret setting here in Adelaide in February. So it's going to be really, really awesome.
Pyrotechnics?
Oh, that would be amazing. It's not quite in the budget right now, but we'll see what the government gives.
Our stage manager will be very upset.
Yes. Great. Don't let Grace
don't tell
you
them.
say
Don't
that,
tell
yeah.
them. Surprises are fun.
If you want to come say who you think, what games you think each of us should play, come join our Discord and tell us. Phil, you should run this. You should run Thirsty Sword Lesbians live. But for today, I'm playing Bud, a solo who is always right where you need him.
Nice. Brandon.
That when he oversleeps.
Yes. Never sleeps. I am Brandon Perkins, also known as DM_Brando, and I am currently writing a novel called Sola Harvest of Souls. Book 1 has been completed. You can find it at royalroad.com. That's royalroad.com, and that's Sola, Sola. And as I said, my name is Brandon Perkins, so if you find the one with that name on the author, then that's the right one. And it's about a boy who has been involuntarily chipped in, so to speak, and is trying to figure out why. There's a lot more to it, so I won't go into a whole lot of detail right now, but feel free to read it. It is absolutely free, 100% free. So you can go to royalroad.com and look for Sola Harvest of Souls. And I play Rush, the fixer that does hot nerd stuff because he's been inspired by alley cats.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
Pictures and
Rebrand.
pictures and videos, or it didn't happen. There, Rush. We need some proof. Of some
Okay, you're
sexy. Wait, no.
Yes!
This is a PG stream. You do this on
Are
your.
you saying that? Brandon, I just assumed what you were wearing was breakaway clothes, and you could just.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Tear
That would be
away,
so
yeah.
good. Tear away.
You can leave
Oh,
your
Velcro.
hat on. Do-do-do.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah, so everyone check out Brandon's book. I do want to mention that we are working on hopefully a live reading stream on the Cybernation Uncensored channel
Awesome.
of that, so we'll feature it and probably have some fun with that. But that being said, I'm the Game Master here. I'm GM Rob Mulligan, but I'm the founder of Cybernation Uncensored. You can check out Cybernation Uncensored on Twitch, YouTube. We have a Discord, Twitter, Instagram, anywhere you see social media, you can find Cybernation Uncensored. I would really appreciate a follow and a subscribe and all that good stuff on Twitch and on YouTube. Those are the two most important to us, because on those we run live on Twitch multiple times a week, and then we VOD all that on our YouTube. And then we have a really active podcast as well. If you're not able to kind of tune into the live, or you're not into watching the videos and the podcast is perfect for you, check that out as well and leave us a rating. I would really appreciate that. We're on like 30 plus sites or something like that. We're up to 330 episodes by now. So yeah, just cranking it out. And it's not just me. We showcase other game masters as well. Lots of gameplay. We have this stream here I do every week for Syrinscape, but then Saturday I'm appearing on Roll to Cast, as Phil and Ellen mentioned. I'll be putting out some promos for that here soon. And then after that, I've got my team Nevermore on Cybernation Uncensored. That's Cyberpunk Red. And then Sunday is my Dune stream, the last Sunday of the month. The following week is Team Veritas on Wednesday. And then we got some other new things coming up in the next month. So make sure you follow, subscribe to Cybernation Uncensored, and stay tuned for all the upcoming goodies and things that are happening, as well as all the merch that we launched on our site. If you go to cybernationuncensored.com, we have magnetized miniatures that we launched recently, some new shirt designs, and all kinds of cool stuff. So check that out, as well as a bunch of free assets for gameplay. If you're a Game Master or player, you can get some free stuff there. But before you show me any love, before you show any of our players support, make sure you take a moment and give some support and love to Syrinscape. It's the reason we're here every week. It's an amazing app. It adds sounds to your gameplay and really sets the mood, makes it immersive. And they just launched their web browser player version recently. It's so easy now. You don't have to download a player, put in a pin. None of that. As a Game Master, you literally open it in your web browser. You share the link with your players. They get to hear everything that you're triggering and playing. It automatically randomizes. I just can't say enough. I was a fan before we even started this weekly gameplay, because we were using it on Cybernation Uncensored, and I'm just happy to run this gameplay and promote this, because it really is amazing. So check it out, and it's free to give it a trial. So sign up, try it out for free, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying, that you're going to love it. So yeah, this is our weekly Cyberpunk Red gameplay. Let's talk about the team a little bit. I don't want to get too deep on this recap, because we're on what, like season 9, I think? Yeah, season 9.
just start from the beginning.
Yeah, let me take it back to season
One
1.
at a time.
Get comfortable. Seriously, get comfortable. No, this is season 9, Digging for Windows. All the VODs are on the Syrinscape YouTube. Make sure you go to Syrinscape's YouTube and subscribe, as well as follow and subscribe here on Twitch for all the lives. But yeah, you can get all the juicy details, the NPCs, plot twist, everything that the team has been through up to season 9. Right now, long story short, they're basically going into the hot zone, ground zero, digging down into the Arasaka core to try to retrieve some biochip for Arasaka. Half of the team is brainwashed. The other half kind of didn't fail to resist torture and drugs, and they kind of saw what was going on. They're playing along to play it safe. Obviously, when you're dealing with Arasaka, you got to play it safe. But yeah, basically, Allie and Rush are brainwashed right now, and Hades and Bud are not. But there's been some little tense moments. some things that have happened. Like I said, definitely check out the previous session VODs and Syrinscape's YouTube. It's really an amazing campaign, one of my favorites so far. But yeah, the team, where we left off, they made it all the way down to what looks like the server room. Bud snuck up, got a view of some Pacifica Confederation task force guys. There's like 6 soldiers, a couple of drones, some Savannah Panther drones, and some moto drills that they tunneled into this part of the building underground. A couple techs, looks like a Netrunner messing around. He was able to see the access point back there that is Inagi, that leads to Mikoshi, which is basically Arasaka's data fortress and their access point from back in the day. It's pretty famous, but and they also have all that knowledge from that brainwash. They got a lot of lore and information from Arasaka during that. But yeah, Bud saw that. He was sneaking back up to try to get a jump on the 2 security that were right in the doorway there. And as he was sneaking up, he kind of lost footing, scraped the wall with his weapon a little bit, made some noise. 2 of the soldiers, task force agents, whatever they are, kind of jumped out of that room, yelling some tactful stuff to each other about take point 1, what was that, and jumping out. They just kind of looked, made eye contact with Bud. Now they're seeing everybody in this hallway. It's about a 20-meter long hallway. Bud's probably about 10 to 15 meters deep, maybe 5 meters from them, 5 to 10 meters from them, halfway where the rest of the team is back. Hades still up on the stairwell. She didn't jump down yet. She didn't want to mess with that athletics check, I guess, or borrow Rush's grapple gun. She's posted up there. But she herself heard about 2 or 3 voices coming down that stairwell around the same exact time. But they jumped out, making eye contact. Let me get some Syrinscape sounds going, put us into the hot zone, corporate decay, during some blood rain. You can hear it kind of running down through the works of the wreckage. You can hear everyone kind of breathing through their radiation suits. Let me see here. Let me remove a little welcome thing, get us into fantasy grounds, and let's do a little initiative. So, like I said, bear with me. We're a little bit slow on the new setup, but let me drag everybody into the initiative here. Okay, now all of you should be able to go and click initiative on your character sheets there, and it should show up in that. Let me see if I can. There we go.
Rolled.
Where? Oh, there it is.
Where is it?
Combat
Is that
tracker. It's the
right?
very first tool.
Oh yeah, combat tracker. I don't think it says initiative, right?
It's the very first tool on the
It
top
says
right.
in it.
Oh my gosh, I got
There we
19.
go.
I'm very fast.
It's an initiative, isn't it? Anyway. That was my joke of the season.
Worked for me.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, they jump out. You make eye contact. It's a little bit of a sticky moment where you see the split-second panic. But these 2 guys, they kind of get the jump on it. Bud, you hear them call out. One of them kind of instantly, scans the situation, calls back. It's not Scavers, and then the other guy raises up his rifle. You can see he has a rifle. It looks like it has a shotgun underbarrel. They both got rifles. It looks like they got shotgun underbarrels. But the other one, when the other one kind of yells back to the room that was leaning out of the room, the one that kind of popped out raises his weapon at you, Bud, and just says, "Don't move. Drop what you got. Drop it."
Stand down. Stand down. Confed troops, we are friends of Slim. Sorry, Allie. Sorry,
Doesn't
Rush.
feel-
I'm gonna point my gun back at those 2.
Bitch!
What's going on down there? There.
Who's?
What the hell?
Do I know that someone's going down the stairwell? Or is it only her?
Only Hades has heard that, and right now, they kind of say that, they do that. Bud reacts just like he described, and now, Allie,
Yeah.
it's your turn in initiative. You see all that kind of go down. He yells at Bud, says, "Stand down," and turns, puts the weapons on you. What's Allie's reaction? And the other guy, they've all got guns drawn in your direction now.
deal, bud? What are you
It's
trying
your-
to do?
It's for your own good. These guys are gonna help us get Arasaka out your brain.
Oh gosh. Oh.
Stand
That's
down.
the way it's gonna be.
I'm quicker than you.
Two more soldiers enter the hallway, holding rifles. You hear them mumbling stuff like, they know X, they know X. They mentioned Slim, and they're like talking to each other, and they got their weapons up, and the other guy like, drop what you got, drop it, stand down. They're all kind of repeating themselves as two more enter in. Bud's kind of in the direction of all of you as well. Allie, you said that. Any action, or are you just kind of frozen in shock at the moment?
I think she's just, yeah, like the numbers are against her.
Yeah, and that's completely normal. I would absolutely assume it would be a bit of a shocking moment. You guys have been a team for, like we just said, 9 seasons or however long it's been a team, and knowing each other prior, working together. I mean, it would be a crazy moment to see Bud kind of turn like that, and then all these other soldiers. Yeah, it's kind of scary. But Rush, you see it all going down. What does Rush react? What does he say and do?
What are you playing at, Slick?
Doing what's best for our team. You'll understand once this plays out.
What is going on?
No. You guys are messed in the head. Now, Slim sent us a message that he could help out with that. I'm way more loyal to you and Allie than I am to any corpo. You don't understand that right now because they spent a week getting inside your head. But you will.
At the end of the job, what are you doing? This doesn't make any sense. You're talking about us like we're brainwashed. We've been working together for so long, and you're talking to me like who are you right now?
And Hades over Rush. Any action with that chatter, or the same thing? Just kind of a shocking moment, having some conversation at the moment.
Well, I'm going to be in cover just because I don't know what's going on with Bud right now.
And you could, you and Allie are back kind of at the end of that stairwell where it kind of opens up a little bit to go up the stairs. You'd have to like climb up to get up the stairwell, but you can kind of, poke in the stairwell, say your words, and kind of take that cover and be kind of cautious about it. But over to Hades, you hear all this going down. And during that chatter, there's you hear the chatter of the soldiers. Two more have entered the hallway. You hear them chattering about knowing Mr. X, not scavers. Got a situation. Hold on. What is this? Just like some serious chatter going on. And then you also heard some voices, and those above you now you hear kind of like they're running down the stairs now. But what's Hades doing?
And she's close enough to have heard, I guess, all of this back and forth. Oh god, I hate it. So
Yeah, back me up.
No, hey, listen. She's gonna be like, kind of calling down to Rush and Allie.
Hasn't Arasaka done anything that seems like a little suspicious? Like something that you feel just deep down isn't right?
You know what feels like this isn't right? You guys basically just turning on us. And what are you gonna do? Kidnap us? You're gonna fish about in our brains for what? We're doing a job.
Is it still Hades?
Yeah, I'm allowing everyone to kind of have a moment, whether they're shocked, they can say some things. You can still take an action. It's kind of a crazy moment. So, and we got a couple -2s for stat checks.
saw
A
that.
lot of -2s in chats.
Yeah, for stat checks though. So it's not for me; it's for the team to use in case there's a stat check at any time. But yeah, Hades.
Okay.
I want her to approach Allie. I guess she's gonna have to roll on athletics. It could go poorly.
It could.
But we're gonna try. So she's gonna start trying to make her way down to where Allie is, and she's gonna have one of so many weird weapons she has. She's kind of holding them up, kind of like in an I'm not gonna shoot kind of way, and she starts trying to make her way down there.
Okay, yeah, give me an athletics check. It's just a 13, so I don't know if you want to use any luck or any of those. If you have +2s left, I don't know. I don't know, Hades.
So we have a +2 left over from last time, and Bronx has just given us a new +2.
Oh my goodness! I'll just use luck.
And are the -2s? No, the -2s are for. I don't know.
-2s. They did say those are for stat checks, so you're good. Those are for the team. Yeah.
So here, I'm putting 2 luck on. I don't know how to do it on this, so just imagine there's 2 more.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you look at the bottom left, there's a little window that says modifier. I'm getting an echo.
Oh, hey, no, I do see it. Okay, here, wait, I'll do that. Hey, okay, cool. Here we go. This can only end well. But yeah, Hades is holding her weapons kind of aloft, and she's saying as she kind of makes her way down,
Allie, I love you. I want to be with you, but there's something wrong.
Find out what happened. Oh no. Oh, what have I done? Hang on. Someone help me.
So we've got Ellen and Rob are both echoey for some reason. Just a fun, I guess.
Yeah, I heard that earlier.
No, I don't know. I think it's like
It's not doing it now.
I'm not sure.
Oh, you're fine now. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it was doing that a minute ago.
Oh, I can feel it.
Oh, well, you're not echoing anymore. You can't.
Yeah, if that happens again, Cold Spider, let us know.
So question for your. Yeah.
So for athletics, I'm trying to click on.
Yeah, if you look at athletics, go all the way to the right side, and you should be able to like double click there or something, I believe.
Yeah, where the little dice symbol is. Let me roll mine. Yeah, you just double click it.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, I have 13 base on athletics. It's not me. That was me though, not.
There we go.
Hey. Nice. Yeah, Hades, you jump down with no problem. You hop down, you say those things to Allie. And yeah, you hear those footsteps kind of running down the stairs now. Sounds like 2 to 3 people just scuffling their way down the stairs. The chattering has stopped from them.
You boys expecting backup? I say to the Confed troops.
Yeah, they just one of them.
Can I hear them yet?
Yeah, you can. You can hear some running coming down the stairs.
Yeah, I say that then. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the 2 that kind of stepped into the hallway beyond the first 2, still keeping their guns down the hallway and looking. The one that's kind of crouching, kind of putting it back and forth between you, Bud, and those past you. And then the one that was next to him that kind of came into the hallway initially puts the gun right at you, Bud. And he just says, on the floor.
Okay.
Everyone on the floor.
We're friendlies.
Yeah, and they're saying they got the weapons raised up. They're telling everyone to get on the floor. Bud gets down on the floor. Anything you want to say or do other than getting down? Yeah. And technically, it's your turn. They haven't set a shot off. You can hear them chattering amongst themselves about not scavers. They know X. They've mentioned Slim, stuff like that. The other 2 have come in.
Like, I get you haven't been briefed on us. We've done work for X. We are allies. We were contacted by one of your agents in Night City before we came out here. You should know who we are.
You hear a couple of them. Well, actually, give me a perception check, Bud. You're the closest. You'd be the only one to hear this. So kind of, one of them leans back of the 2 that were in the hallway. One leans back, kind of talking very quietly to the one next to him. Just want to see if you pick up on that. I can also take a possible lip reading if the perception
16.
doesn't. Oh, that's good enough. Yeah, you hear him kind of lean and say, "They're not scavers. I don't know. It could be those edge runners. I don't know." He's mentioning it.
Yes.
Hit up Slim.
Edge runners. That's us. Edge runner team.
They both look at you, and one of them steps back out of the hallway into the room, as the rest of them kind of put their guns back towards the hallway. And then that one that was kind of talking to Bud a minute ago says, hey, the rest of you, step out here. Come on, get down. Get on the ground. Get down till we check this out. Step out. And
I'm also going to get down on the ground, but I'm just going to say, we're just here to do a job. There's no reason that this needs to escalate to anything else. We'll just go ahead, and you can keep doing what you're doing. No harm, no foul.
Okay, get on the ground. We'll sort this out. You two, cowboy, come on, get down. You two. They're kind of pointing at you, Hades and Rush. What does Rush do?
Rush is dialing Mr. Yinshaw in his pocket so he can hear everything that's going on.
Okay. Yeah, give me a stealth.
We're underground. Got no reception.
And then
There's a lot of radiation here, guy.
And then while Rush gives us stealth, why don't Hades, Bud, and Allie give me a perception, but put a -2 in that little modifier because of the circumstances. You know, it's kind of hard to pick up on Rush doing stuff. It's going to be a bit difficult.
Everything that's going on.
So you got to beat a 15. Don't forget your -2. Yeah, Bud, you see it going down. You see Bud playing a little pocket pool, and you know Bud's not the pervy type, that he's probably messing with his agent or something else. Something's going on.
Rush, you mean?
Or Rush, yeah.
No!
Oh, I only got 11, so I didn't see it.
Oh, I thought you got the 16 there. Oh, I guess when it shifted on the screen, that was the prior one shifted down. Hold on.
Yeah.
That was me to hear them talking about edge runners in the room.
Yeah,
I only got 11 this time.
Okay, yeah, then no, none of you were able to catch that then.
Damn it.
So
that sucks.
I do that so it's dialed through in my pocket, put my hands up, and I'll get down on the ground, and after a second I'll just say, so you've turned on us. Hades, Bud, that's it? You think we're brainwashed, that's it? So you're going to turn us over to Pacifica Confederacy for this?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna get that chip, and I'm gonna use it as leverage to get Arasaka off our backs and out of your heads.
We could just do the job, and then whatever problem you have with us, we could just leave it there, right?
We don't have a problem with you.
We're friends with Confed. They might just let us take what we came here for. They can have what
maybe.
they came here for.
Hades, what's going on here?
Please.
Did you
You've not
really
been the same.
sell me out?
You sold us out.
What do you mean?
We never would have gone with Arasaka. You know this. We're not cargo people.
And I was trying my best to make sure that we didn't have to do dangerous crap like this again.
Just another job, and it pays high.
We're doing dangerous crap right now.
For you, Hades. I've always been looking out for you. So what did Pacifica do to make you turn against me?
I didn't turn against you. When have I ever lied to you? When have I ever said anything?
Yes, then you see 3 more soldiers wearing the same sort of radiation, but you know, not as loose as the ones that you guys got, but those sort of tactful radiation suits, definitely fitting the rest of the team that you've already encountered here. But 3 of them jump down from the stairwell behind you, Hades, Rush, and Allie, and instantly kick weapons out of your hands. If you had any out or with you, they kick the weapons out. Pushing barrels up to your backs, and you see them kind of checking your pockets, pulling out anything in your pockets. Allie, Rush, and Hades.
There is a mousetrap in my pocket.
Oh, there.
Radiation suit, jackass! Don't touch it.
Yeah, and they end up going through it and pull out everything that you have in the pockets. One of them notices Rush, your agent, at that point, which it's going. Someone you get a visual of it, like someone answered. Someone's on the other line. But he ends the call and tosses it down next to your weapon and other things where they kick everything away from you 3. And then the other one at the end of the hall says, "All right, you up," I'm pointing at you, bud.
Okay. I'm up.
All right, come
What
on.
are you doing
this
with
way.
him?
Just stay put right now. Come on, this way. He kind of directing you to come back into the room where they're all at.
Ladies, gents, how we doing today?
Yeah, you step in and you three take off your
Do we
headphones
need
for
to
1
be-
second. Yeah.
I was like, what if Rob forgets and we just hear
Of course.
All right, BRB.
Yeah, and yeah, to Cold Spider in chat. Yeah, no, the brainwash DV, they've tried to persuade, but it's unpersuadable. This is built in to resist torture and drugs. Brainwash, it's like not able to convince because the players don't even have agency over themselves to do any contesting. Like they drank the Kool-Aid, they're believing what they saw. And so, but Bud, you step in.
And they've played it well.
Oh no, it's been great. But yeah, you step into that room. Those two other soldiers step in, and the two techs kind of come up. One of them's on an agent, and he puts it down. And he says, "Okay, you seem to be knowing what's going on with your team here. You mentioned X. You mentioned
That's right.
Slim.
That's
Spill
right.
it. What's
That's
this
right.
about? What's going on here?"
Well, okay. I'll try and make this quick, simple as.
And we can streamline
we're
that. I know
team.
there's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. We're an Netrunner team. We work out of Night City. We work for Marina PD. We're now freelance. We've done all sorts of jobs. We've done work for X out in the Badlands. We did a big job taking out Mr. KFC down there, Leviticus. Don't know if KFC is in this one.
Yeah.
We took out Leviticus. Slim said if we ever need favors, he'll be there for us. We currently tangled up with Arasaka very unfortunately. We had to go over to Japan, do some jobs for him. While we were there, they got into two of my teammates' heads. Deep brain dance stuff. They think that Arasaka is a big friendly family. But me and my Netrunner friend, we don't think so. We managed to keep our heads clear. Now, some friends of Slim's contacted us before we came out here. Said that when SCOP hits the fan, they would help us out. They'd do something about this brainwashing our friends have got going on and would help us get them back. Now, for Arasaka, we're meant to be pulling some kind of very, very fancy biochip, and I got a bio-coded stasis case for it here. I'm willing to give that up if it means Arasaka stay off our backs, and I get my friends back. That's my negotiating position, okay? Any questions?
Yeah. Let me connect you right now. And then all of a sudden he gives you the code. Your internal agent or agent, whether internal, goes off. You're instantly connected to Slim. And then Slim's there and he says, "Hey, this Bud?"
Sure is. Good to hear you.
Yeah, I was just on the line. I heard everything. It was one of my boys, Fade, in their little trip to Night City, said that they made contact. We got wind of what was going on with your team, and I just assumed it was as you described it. Not everybody was on board. It was some sticky situation stuff going on. But look, I've got a plan. Obviously.
Thank God.
Well, no problem. Look, I know things probably were pretty tense for you, but we need that biochip. We need that engram. It's an Arasaka operative in Old Corpo. He's got way too much information. It can't get back to them. However, I just got word that our Netrunner, before he could get in and connect the data fortress to the slot where the biochip goes to load the engram, apparently he just got fried, and at this moment you notice that Netrunner off to the side. One of the other techs is messing with him, but he's sitting there kind of smoking and bleeding out of his ears and eyes and stuff. He's just kind of laying there. And Slim says, so look, I don't know who on your team is available or not. I know you had your Netrunner. I'm hoping she wasn't one of the ones brainwashed.
No, she's free and clear.
Okay, this is perfect.
We can get her in here.
This is perfect. Look, get the team in there. Let's subdue the brainwashed ones. Let's get your girl Hades into the system. Let's get that engram locked up into the biochip. And then I've got a bit of a mission to go over with you, but I'll be there soon. I'm heading in. We're just outside of the city at an encampment over here, setting up for. Well, I'll be there soon. I'll be there soon.
Slim, look, I'll let you have this chip, but you've got to have Arasaka off our back after this.
I've got a plan. Trust me. I'll be there soon.
Okay. I'll trust you, man. You did right by us last time.
Yeah, he gets off the phone. Everyone else can get their headphones on. So yeah, the other agents kind of like look to you, Bud, and just say, all right, I guess a little bit of help in this process as they all kind of come into the hallway.
Idiots!
Calling you, Hades.
No! What, me? Yes?
Yeah. Get your
What?
deck out. Their guy botched their run.
Okay.
And I point out the guy who's bleeding from his ears,
Yeah.
with his eyes rolling back in his head.
And the other soldiers, that 3 behind you and 2 of the other 4 kind of come down in the front of the hallway towards you, Hades, Russian alley. The ones coming down the hallway kind of help you up, Hades, directing you back past them towards Bud, being much friendlier now, whereas kind of they direct weapons back towards you, Russian alley, and the 3 kind of help you 2 up that are standing behind you, and they say, just keep it nice and slow. Let's head into the room, please. So, Russian alley, what's your response to all that?
For all of us?
Yeah, 3 guys behind you, 2 in front of you. They kind of helped you up to your feet. All your items are obviously kicked off to the side, but they've helped you all up and are directing you to walk down the hall back to the room where Bud and Hades have went.
Rush. What do we do?
What is there to it? I think we just have to go along with it right now, whether we like it or not,
Try and find it out.
if we can.
Okay. Yep, and then we'll head into the room. We'll head down the corridor.
Yeah, they direct you down. You come into the room, and it's as I described earlier in the previous session. Looks like what used to be a server room. Half of it kind of collapsed in. You can see off to the right, off in the dark, an old elevator. It looks like it's kind of broken open. You can see the shaft kind of goes into the rubble a bit. Hard to tell what's going on that end. But on the other end, it's fairly lit because of the neons and the generators that they set up. You see the 2 sort of motorcycle jet ski looking things with the drills on the front that they've used to tunnel their way down here. You see a couple techs posted up. The generators are kind of running power to the Izanagi, is that right? Yeah, Izanagi. And you see the access point to Mikoshi over there, kind of like lit up. You see a bunch of slots with biochip cylinders kind of inserted in, but only some of them are lit up. And yeah, you can see basically all the soldiers in here. You see Bud and Hades over there. You see what looks like a fried dead Netrunner on the ground over by the access point where Hades is. And the soldiers kind of gesture for you 2 to sit down off to the side. Just sit over there for now.
Going on here.
You guys are gonna thank me later. Probably.
I really, really don't think that's the case. What, we're gonna end up like that guy? I'm gesturing to the...
Is that
No,
really
I-
what you
fried
think?
dude.
Hades is a good runner. What are you talking about?
I don't even know who you are right now. Either of you.
Your actual friends. Okay?
Actual friends
Aris-
who's gonna hold
Arisak-
me at gunpoint?
Called it an intervention, okay?
What was your plan here? Arasaka gave us a whole bunch of money for us to be able to do this, remember? They're not going to
Yeah,
be
well,
happy if they don't get that back.
We're punks. Money doesn't mean scop against our freedom, okay?
Sokka's going to take this lying down.
No.
Whether you're right or you're wrong. they're
No,
gonna
but
come
neither
out.
am I. I'm not going to take this lying down. I'm not going to take Arasaka taking my friends away from me lying down. Why do
That's
you
just
think...
putting us in danger. You're putting Cyphers in danger. You know, my parents, they're still around too. You know, there's people that we care
Cyphers
about outside
knows
of
the
this group.
score. She's going to be getting herself somewhere safe as we speak. Yes, I spoke to her. Yes, I told her what the download was. And I told her I'd get her partner back to her in his right mind. So yes, I'm doing this for her too.
We trust anything you're saying. You've lied to us this whole time. If you don't trust us to make the right decisions, then fine. But let us go and make the wrong decisions off on our own. You don't want to take this lying down. You don't need to be here, bud.
After this is all through, see if you still feel that way. Because I'm doing all of this for you and for the team.
This is true. This is done. And
Corpus.
I can't believe you'd say that.
And then one of the soldiers and then the tech guys that's by that access point kind of gestures towards you, Hades. Look, I know you have a lot going on, but we really need to get this moving. If I could just show you what's going on over here. And he takes
kind
you,
of just like meander over.
yeah, and he shows you the access point. You haven't seen one like this. It's obviously a hard jack-in at this point, but it's you know, some older school tech. It's a little confusing, but you can tell it's a hard jack-in for you. But the guy explains. He says, "Look, this is Mikoshi. I don't know if you're familiar. This is Arasaka's data fortress. There's lots of stuff in there. Apparently, it's fragmented and real effed up since what happened with the old internet and all that. But we know that the Engrams are in there. That they still have those portions of their data. We've already traced it. We've powered it up. Our Netrunner was to go in, basically find Engram 212, and get that one loaded in to the biochip. You should be able to see the biochip once you're in. However, the Netrunner did say when he got in there, once he got past the first entrance and password, he said it was different. Nothing like anything he's seen. It's not like your typical system. And apparently there was a couple glowing, he said glowing entrances or something glowing. He went to the first one and, well, it didn't go well. So I would suggest when you get in, go to the second one. It's all we got. It's all we got.
Okay.
Doesn't sound
Yeah, this
horribly
would certainly go
dangerous
well.
at all.
Before going in, I'd like to roll for my invisibility.
Sure.
Fire up that deck. Let's
Yo.
go.
God.
Hades.
This will
I
go
am-
so well.
to resist.
Okay.
This
I
is
really don't
this is
want
your
my
scene. This is on
potential-
you.
My potential last words to be in anger, but
Yeah.
Right. Where's my? Okay. I think this. Okay. Here we go. So this is for my invisibility first.
Yeah. Anybody interested watching? It's a custom program she was able to score from a Nomad market way back. As you're going to jack in, you see it load in. So yeah, it works.
Ooh, I feel so much better now. Okay, we're going in.
FYI, people, we have 3 +2s and 2 -2s.
Yeah, my.
Yeah, give me
Just
that.
in case.
I might be grabbing some of
Yeah,
those.
give me the 2d6 or whatever, the number of rounds here.
Just in case anyone's doing a roll that includes them mucking about in my brain.
Well, you know. That's.
Yeah,
amazing.
maybe.
We'll see.
Oh,
We'll
No, I'm
think
not
about
gonna.
it.
I'm not gonna use any +2s.
oops, lobotomy.
Yeah, oops. You are now rank -3.
Oh.
Oops, no frontal lotek. What's that lotek?
Yeah, do you have the? You can do a 2d6 there, Hades.
Oh,
Are you able
okay.
to do that?
Do it.
And I think at the bottom there, if you just grab that d6 and toss it into the
Oh,
chat a
I
couple
see the
times,
two. Okay.
you might be able to just
Yeah.
grab that, or you can just manually do it. Whatever.
There we go. Yeah, if you right click, there's an option for
2.
the number. Oh, that's a 4. A nice 4.
Nice. Yeah, you throw that. You see the program load as you jack in, and you step in, and it's nothing like you've seen. It's it feels like a bit of a waiting room. You're kind of hovering, and you don't even see your avatar loaded. You're just kind of hovering, and you're just kind of this glowing entity right now. But you're facing a password 12.
Let's go.
You're
then.
up.
Okay, yeah. For some reason we
in
didn't hear you
part-
for a second.
I didn't. I
Yeah.
have a push to talk, and I was so surprised that I forgot. To push it. Here we go. Here we
The woman
go.
was too stunned to speak.
He's just recalibrating to the different kind of architecture.
That's a 10. So didn't beat a 12.
Yeah, no luck. No luck. You're not able to get it on that first try. I think.
What's your interface
What rank
these
are you
days,
now?
Dennis?
Yeah, what's your interface rank?
Yeah.
6.
6. Okay, so you're still
I'm
3
one away. Yeah, I'm one
Yeah,
away
one
from
away. Upgrading. Yeah.
getting
More actions.
You still have another action though. You
This.
should still have
certainly
two more actions, right?
Yeah, let's go ahead with it, shall we? Here we go. Here we go. Please. Oh, come on, man.
Another 10.
I'll add, I guess, 2 more of my luck to it.
That's double for Rob's system.
Um,
If you
Double
add
if you
it.
pay
no,
out,
not,
so,
not
yeah.
to that one, to the
Yeah.
next one. I have one more roll.
Oh,
Next
right,
one.
She has one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna notice her sweating and be like, I just talked you up. Can you?
You'll certainly do a good job, right? I'm going to assume I'm going to get
Why
another
I
10.
don't
If
endorse nobody.
I'll add the last 3 of my things. So it's just
This is just to get in.
this is fine. This is fine. Here we go. Here we go, everyone. This is a lot of fun.
Come on. Oh no.
That was so close to almost being okay. And
Yeah,
yet
no-
it wasn't.
No luck. You're still not able to kind of get past that password.
To be fair, people, this is a very complicated system. I don't
I
want
mean,
to hear
it's
it.
It is.
Makoshi.
It is. It's Makoshi. It's confusing. It's older tech. It's definitely not looking or working the same as you're used to. And you're having a
Yeah,
hard
if
time.
those people start talking, I'm going to need this from them. So
Yeah, so the rest of you are out there. You have Allie and Rush kind of posted up to one side, Bud. You're kind of standing in front of Bud and Allie right now. There's a couple of the soldiers standing there as well with their rifles. The other 2 went out to the hallway and came back with all of Rush and Allie's things. Hades was already given back her things, obviously, before jacking in and such. But they put your things all off to the side, kind of where those Savannah Panther drones are, which are still posted up off to the side. But the soldiers are standing there. The other ones are just kind of looking out. They're kind of back in their positions, too, by that door. Other ones hanging out in the room. Is there anything that Rush would say, Allie would say, or Bud, or anything at that point? Otherwise, we'll get back to Hades. Let me know.
don't stress me out. I'm just saying. But
What? Is there does the Geiger counter show any rads down here?
No, nothing. It hasn't been clicking right here. It did, I believe, in the hallway a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
I'm gonna peel the head off.
But I said not to stress Hades out.
It's fine. Hang on. Okay, carry on. Don't smoke.
Are we tied up?
No,
Yeah, that's. what
no,
I
you
was-
guys are just kind of sitting off to the side right now.
Who let that happen?
Keep your hands where I can see me too.
I might just stand up and just like walk up to Bud.
Whoa,
What's
what
gonna
you
happen
doing there?
What's gonna happen if I walk out? You gonna shoot me down?
No, but I won't let you.
Those two guards that are standing there next to Bud both go to grapple you back down. And excuse me, please just have a seat, ma'am. And they go to grapple you back down. So you could give me a grapple if you want to contest it. Otherwise, there's 2 of them.
Me?
Yeah, that's who they're.
Yeah. Okay. Is grapple a specific skill?
Yes.
Yeah, brawling,
I guess I just
brawling.
don't
Sorry, brawling.
Have it. Oh, okay.
Brawling.
Oh, brawling. Yeah.
Yeah, brawling is used
Yeah.
for grapple. Sorry. It's funny. I was just talking about that in the Cybernation Uncensored Discord. Somebody was asking me about brawling, how fighting works versus martial arts and grappling, and now I just called it grappling, confusing my player. Yeah, nice. The first guy, you're able to kind of dodge.
You let a dog down here.
It's not safe for dogs. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Yeah,
everyone.
he knows what's up. He knows what's happening here.
But you're able to
He's stressed out,
dodge.
too.
You're able to dodge the first guy as he kind of goes to grapple you. But while kind of defending yourself against him, the second guy easily grapples you down to the ground, and now you're sitting back down next to Rush.
Hades does have like virtual eyes, so it shows stuff over the world, so she can see. So she's gonna be like,
Hey, don't you touch her!
You guys are
and like
sick.
start to go over a little bit.
Yeah,
What,
Not,
you're,
like,
you're
too much.
keeping prisoners?
look, we don't want to have to cuff you all up, but please just sit tight.
Well, it
We'll be
looks like
through
you're
this.
gonna have to. I might just like start up again, either like to try and headbutt this guy or like whatever.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
This is
I'm
someone
gonna
in the
step in.
throes. Yeah, this is like someone in
I'm
the
gonna-
throes of like brainwashing, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Withdrawal.
Everyone's out to get me is
Right.
essentially the mentality.
Yeah.
Yes, so I'm gonna try and like either headbutt this loser or whatever. So it's gonna be another contested.
Yeah. Give me
Oh.
martial arts if you're headbutting. If you're going for an attack. If you have martial arts.
I ain't got no.
And what's Rush doing while all this is
martial
going on?
arts.
You saw Allie get up, kind of get forced back down, talking with Bud. The other guy mentioned about, I don't want to have to handcuff you two. What's Rush's reactions to all this? What's he doing?
He's
Can I
popping
use
his
brawling
Wolvers.
instead?
What was that, Rush?
Popping his Wolvers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when you pop the Wolvers, two of the other soldiers by the door kind of raise their guns towards you and kind of step in next to the other two that are by Bud. I assure you don't want to do that, please. And then one of them leans over to you, Bud, and says, I think we're going to have to cuff your friends here.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm sorry. They're not
Right,
house
is it-
trained.
Is there a specific martial arts I roll? I don't have the skills, but
Oh, you don't have a martial arts?
nah.
Oh, then you just use brawling.
Should I
Then
just
use
go for
brawling.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for some reason I thought you had
Okay.
martial arts. I'm sorry. Yeah, brawling.
No, that's all good. It's another 20.
Nice. Yeah, give me damage. You were able to headbutt one of the guys.
Yeah. Screw you for trying to help.
I'm not sure what your body stat is, but I think it's a 2d6 for you. Is that right?
Yeah. Is there no way to roll damage for just?
You can go down to the bottom there on the
Straight
d6
rolling?
and right-click the d6, make it 2, and toss it into the chat window if you want to just kind of
Yeah,
streamline that. That's fine.
cool.
You know, we'll get and the more we
Oh.
play, we'll work on Fantasy Grounds. We'll get the character sheets all polished up. We'll be streamlined very soon. But for now, we'll just
Did
find ways.
did that roll?
I didn't see it.
I didn't
No.
see it.
Okay,
not seeing a roll.
dice went on the thing, but they just didn't.
Oh, maybe it
It'll
did.
show up, yeah.
Oh no, that's it.
Oh my
no, it
god!
didn't.
Oh my god!
They went away. They're gone.
Ah, I'm messing it up. Okay, there was one. What? I'm putting 2d6. No.
And then if you just grab
if you
it,
right
you
click
can
on it, you
Th-
can actually pick the
Drag 'em and
how
click
many
and
yeah.
dice.
throw
Oh, do I
'em.
do it in the roll?
Yeah, but it doesn't show. It
There you
doesn't-
go. There you go.
Oh,
There it is.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There we
So
are.
so you
Yep,
headbutt
okay,
him.
yep.
Yeah, you headbutt him, and he just kind of like jolts back a little bit and goes, "Seriously, just please have a seat." And the other one goes to kind of push you
Listen,
down.
lady.
Those audio only she rolled 2 1s for a 2.
Yeah, and
She knows her heart's
Yeah,
not-
they
Previous
easily.
rolls were not bad.
Yeah, and they easily were able to push you right back down to the ground as you kind of headbutt him, but he's wearing a helmet underneath that radiation suit. You clearly feel it as you kind of clunk against it. No damage to him. But they force you back down as the two other soldiers kind of step in and put both their rifles up towards you, Rush. You can see the shotgun under barrels, both, I mean, like point blank right up to you. Please retract those as the other guy kind of pulls out some cuffs.
Yeah, I'll retract them, but really slowly. Like, agonizingly slowly. I'm trying to...
While making eye contact with Bud the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you retract him, and the other two soldiers lean down and cuff you up, and they lean over to you, Allie, while the one's kind of holding you down. And they just easily overpower. There's 4 of them now going to each one of you at a time, cuffing you up, sitting you back down off to the side. Bud, anything to say? Or do?
They're not excessive with them at all. They're not.
No,
they're
no,
not rough or anything.
no, not
Okay,
at all.
good,
In
good.
fact, you notice that they're actually trying to be nice to him now. Even the one leaned in, even asked you, "Hey, I think we're gonna have to cuff your friends." Like, seems like after
Yeah,
that,
good,
after
good.
that call with Slim, and now everything's kind of come to light. Like, it sounds like they're, they're back to realizing you guys are teammates and have helped the Pacifica Confederation. Slim has kind of vouched for you and whatnot. Things are, seem good now. But over to Hades, you're sitting there, you're staring at that password 12 still, just kind of hovering at that entrance.
She, for a moment, is gonna like, kind of zone back in on the room, and she takes her like, kind of. I think while all this is going on, she takes her, I think just regular heavy pistol, and she's gonna shoot it like up in the air just to get everyone's attention.
Whoa!
Yeah, everyone's.
I am trying to do something very difficult right here, and you are all making it very hard. Now, if you don't want me to end up like this on the floor, I don't care who is behind you. I don't care what our purpose is. We're all trying to get into this thing, and I need focus.
Yeah, the one tech that was standing by you, that was messing with the other Netrunner, kind of steps up. Yeah, please, everyone, this is our shot here. She's helping. Let's everyone calm down. All right, please, let's get this done. He directs back to you, Hades.
Okay. Here we go. This is gonna be a good roll this time. Good roll, good roll. Here we go. Good roll.
Come on.
Hey, guess
Nope.
what?
Nope, another 10 and a 4. That's kind of weird that you're getting nothing but
you-
4s. And
I'm gonna go ahead.
Use +2s for.
Yeah, I think so. Can I?
normally we don't do it on
We're gonna be here a long time with
roll
rolling
checks,
these.
but I think we can streamline that. Let's take a one of those +2s. We'll allow it.
Yeah.
Let's go for it again.
So helpful.
Normally on roll abilities, we only allow the +2s on normal skill checks.
Yeah.
But I agree. We need to streamline this a little bit. It's obviously very difficult. You've tapped through all your luck. Hey,
Okay.
didn't
go.
need it. There you go. Crit success.
All right.
Say
Well,
it. Say the line. Say the hacker line.
I'm
It
hacking
rhymes
things.
with. It rhymes with lime sin.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you step in to the system. You see it kind of open up, and a couple things here. First, describe your avatar.
Yes. So my avatar is, for anyone who is familiar with Vampire Hunter D, Hellboy, things like that. Imagine the two of them just merged together and had a beautiful, beautiful baby. And this baby is in fact a dude, real tall, very pale, got the horns. Yeah. And
Sounds something like this.
That was very delicate this time. There it is. There.
There it is.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Nice. Well, yeah, you step in as the system opens up to you, and a couple things you notice. Your avatar kind of finally comes in. Oh, there it is. Nice. But as it comes in, you notice it kind of glitch in and out, like you're almost flashing at times. You can tell that whatever system you're in, it's having a hard time recognizing your programming and the tech that you're using. You can tell that, it's not the same tech that you're used to. It's old school. So your avatar's not meshing perfectly. The other thing that you notice is that you're seeing the avatar. It's glitching in and out. It seems like the system doesn't recognize the invisibility program at all. The custom program that was made for the elevator system during Time of Red is not being recognized by this 2020 Data Fortress sort of system. So you step in. You don't like it. Absolutely not. But you're glitching out here and there. You are there. The other thing you notice is you're kind of floating a bit. You feel like you're kind of floating in space. You're swimming a bit. It's almost like one of those dreams, where you're having a hard time moving a bit. Like it's a little awkward. It's new to you. The other thing, you see a sort of glow, like there's this path that continues on, and then it kind of curves off, and there's a glow, and then the path continues on to a second glow a little further in the distance.
And she is.
Going to say out to the room.
You said the second, low thing?
To whoever said that before.
Yeah, and the tech responds to you. He's right there. You can see in meat space, through your virtuality goggle look and in the system. And he just says, yeah, exactly. Don't go to the first glow. That's where he went, ran into trouble, said there was no Ingram inputs or anything to access. You need to find Ingram slot 212. But yeah, just skip the first glow.
Is it possible to Pathfinder here, or is it too off the wall?
Oh yeah, no, you can run Pathfinder. Go for it.
Then I shall.
Well, it was nice
I like
knowing
to think-
everybody.
I like to think, oh no. Oh no. I like to think Hades' net actions are all like demonic in some way.
Oh yeah,
They're all, like-
for sure.
Pentagrams and stuff.
Yeah,
All
you
on
can-
all on fire as well.
Yeah, you're not able to
Yeah.
see past anything really. You see the glows up of a head, but you run Pathfinder, and it's just kind of glitches out or something. You're not really getting a read.
Well, let's go to the second glow.
Nice. Yeah, you pass the first glow as you kind of float along, and as you float, you start to kind of get your footing, and you kind of get used to it, and now you're walking again. Like it took you a while to kind of figure out how this system works, but after a little bit, you kind of get your footing. It's a little bit floaty and slow, like walking through molasses at times, but you're at least able to travel. You get past the first glow, and as you go, you see it kind of forms what looks like an old school Japanese dojo. You can absolutely see it as you pass. The path goes over. It's kind of glitching in and out. There's like some static and sort of like, wave lines that kind of go through and make it hazy, and it glitches in and out. But you pass that sort of dojo look, and you get up to that second glow where you see the path kind of curve right up to it, and it looks like a huge Japanese temple. You can even see like some birds flying around, but the sun kind of glitches. Some of the birds glitch in and out. You can even hear like almost like old traditional Japanese Asian sort of music playing, but again it glitches out, kind of turns to static in between different parts of the music. You can tell the system is barely hanging on. It's flashing left and right. But as you see that sort of temple, there's a couple things that you notice. I'm going to bring up the temple here on Fantasy Grounds. I know that I haven't revealed it to players yet, so I'm going to put it on the overlay. Feel free to look at the Twitch channel if you want to see it there. I'll just kind of pull it up for chat, and so the players can just get a little visual of what Hades is seeing as this curves around. Let me know once you all get a chance to take a little peek.
Very cool.
Nice. Yeah, and as you see...
It's a bad movie, but it's reminding me of Sucker Punch.
Yeah, and you see...
In a good way.
absolutely. And you see... the flames kind of glitch in and out. The building itself kind of static. So the music, some of the birds. But the other thing that you notice is right up by the front door. You can see some type of like program or something, and it notices you as you get to the path, and it just steps up, and it has a blade, and it looks like it's some type of digital samurai. And this is where we'll take our 5-minute bio break. So don't anybody go anywhere. When we get back, we'll see how Hades deals with this, and we'll see what's next. 5 minutes.
Oh
we won't go anywhere.
no!
Also,
Oh
I'm gonna
my
leave the mics hot. So if chat wants to talk, we'll get to it. Be right back.
Oh my god, I love it when Rob debuts a new
A
mod.
new
Overlay. Oh, his sword's still there.
New overlay.
Oh, he just set the sword down.
He's just leaning it on this camera.
Yeah.
This clearly will go well with no problems whatsoever.
That's right.
Look,
I
I
always,
feel
like,
stressed, but it's also, like, it's a lot of effort on you guys' part, and I unfortunately will just have to keep fighting you the whole way.
Yeah, that's right.
We know where your heart
It's always
really is,
fun.
though.
It's always
Think of,
fun
like,
to
I really, yeah. Sorry, you go.
pull a gun on your team members.
Mm. Well, I think this is the only time in a PvP situation where a gun has been pulled, but it's from a legitimate, like it's still from a teamwork kind of place.
Yeah,
Yes,
not
it's
like
not
a
a-
Like
chaotic
previous,
evil.
it has been betrayals, or it has been, like turning on people. But this is like, yeah, the one time where it's like,
It's for your
This is
own
for your
good.
own
I'm
good.
trying to help you, you idiot.
This is
Yeah.
gonna hurt you more. This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's one of those things, right, where we're just not gonna perceive things the same way as you guys.
Yeah, your role playing makes it like really stressful because you're really committed to it. You're just like, no.
I know. I don't.
Sorry,
Yo, I don't.
want us-
I don't deal with conflict well, man. I'm like.
Do you want us to be worse actors, or
Yeah,
No.
please, if you could.
if you could act
It's-
this worse, it would be helpful for me.
It's like Bud is super
It would
cool
make
about
me
it,
look
and I'm
better.
here like,
Yeah, that's me in any conflict situation. Of
Dude,
like,
yeah, I am super conflict avoidant. This is a lot.
Oh, I feel like are we all pretty conflict avoidant? Because I know I am.
yeah.
Yes.
This is the only place where we can live out our fantasies of of maybe resolving conflict.
You'll never take me alive. I am so sorry.
I'm so sorry about this. This is
I'm
yeah.
gonna take you down. Look, it's
But
Yeah,
but,
hey,
but
look,
me, not me, the
that's-
person. Not me, the person.
Yeah, look, it's not really about me. You know, society is really taking you down. And
Society
I'm
is taking
like-
all of us down, you know, and we should all be together. We should be
Taking
unified
down,
in that.
The taking down is being done in love.
Yeah.
It's a love tackle, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
yeah. I'm pulling a
reminds-
gun on you because I love you.
Yeah, it reminds me of, has anyone seen that Tom Hardy interview where kids send in the questions? And it's
No.
like, I can't even remember how the question gets started, but it's like, Tom Hardy, who do you think's better, a goldfish or a human? And he's like, Timmy, all sentient creatures are deserving of love and respect, unless it is coming at you, in which case, lovingly dispatch it with a big stick. Oh god. Oh yeah. Has someone just joined? Oh, no.
Aaron Duran's
Oh.
saying that they have not been able to watch as consistently, and so they're kind of confused because they're coming in halfway through
Yeah.
this
Coming in
season.
while
is
we are
very
about
confusing.
to take each other out.
It
Yeah.
is, yes. All of the characters are acting for different reasons. But yeah, Ali and Russia are super duper brainwashed by Arasaka, and so even though their friends are trying to deprogram them, they just think it's just paranoia, everyone's out to get me, right? Of like, they're turning on me for some reason, like, there's nothing wrong with me. Yeah.
You're the problem.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go and.
I need some
I'm
chips.
gonna go toilet. Oi.
Oh.
Y'all
also,
sending me to an early grave is what?
also, you'll appreciate this, Rockette. This
That
is...
swank bag. Yes! Yo!
This is my chest for my drag king.
Where do you even find stuff like that?
Well, I've seen other drag kings wear them, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Because, like, obviously you can't do shirtless stuff,
Yeah.
like for drag, you know, and it not be illegal unless the venue has like a license for nipples,
Right.
that aren't male presenting.
Bronx Mesh did
man.
came from the dark web, so that's in here.
Yeah. No, but I've seen people wear them, and I wanted to buy my own. It was quite expensive, but like whatever, it's an investment. And yeah, it just came today.
Yeah, that's something you're able to use like pretty much indefinitely.
Well, yeah, and it's like pretty good match for my skin tone actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
For anyone
that's
who's I was guessing as I can't see the latex. Yeah. It's basically like a latex chest that you slip on like a t-shirt.
Kind of a vest.
And it has like essentially a male chest. So as a drag king, I can wear it and like have like a male chest, and it's fine.
That's super cool.
Yeah. Which
Pictures.
Well, I have a drag gig like right after we finish today. I'm gonna get into drag, and then I'm gonna drive for 3 hours to get down to the country because it is Riverland's Pride. So it's a specific Pride festival for down in the country. Yeah, so it's really good. It's gonna be really good. I'm really excited. I have to go by Fun. Yeah, I have to go by Fun Boy George because this is an event for kids. And so I think
PG.
Yeah, this is the PG name of my drag king.
Am I supposed to be like this?
Yeah, that looks right.
It just like it's just strapped to your front. That's
Yeah, maybe you just have a front holster.
I don't know. I don't like it.
That's what they call it.
Don't make that motion. Don't make that motion.
I don't like
it's PG. It's
I don't
PG.
like the placement of this sword.
okay. Now that you mention it, it's also moving around with you. Like there's a lot to really take in with this.
What's
are you
Sword in your
What's
front
holding it? I'm
holster, or
like-
are you just happy to see me?
I'm flexing. It's wrapped around.
Oh my god, I love this overlay. That is you've outdone yourself, Rob.
True.
It's this and the beard. Like
Yo,
that are
and-
up
and
there
the-
for me.
And the AI face.
The silky beard.
Like,
The
Yeah,
floating
but the
triple
silky
AI.
beard is the silky beard
It
is
is good.
so good.
it is so good.
It's
All right, cool. We ready to go back?
Uh-huh.
yeah. Oh my god.
Here.
My
All right, we're
blood
back.
pressure is through the roof.
Everyone can
Yes.
see us. They can hear us all the time. Thanks, chat, for hanging out during our little 5-minute bio break. We're back in Hades. Yeah, you came up to that sort of ancient Japanese temple, which you don't even have to do a memory check between the brainwash propaganda and the lore that you were given in the brain dance from Arasaka, plus just being a Netrunner. You recognize this as Mikoshi. You are in the data system here. You're in the data fortress, and this is kind of their big temple sort of a system that you can access. And just for the sake of chat, obviously, we're not doing Cyberpunk 2020 rules with it. We're just kind of playing into some of that lore and terminology for the sake of this being the Arasaka Mikoshi system and building from that time, even though we are playing red. So just keep in mind some things are a little altered for that sake, for the sake of the story. But yeah, you see that Hades, it's your turn. You're able to get up to that glow. It kind of posts up, holding the sword and just like looking at you and like standing in front of the door to this temple.
Would I have gotten any information from the attempted brainwashing that would help me negotiate with this guard?
No, but your net running knowledge lets you know that this is kind of the equivalent of a black ice, but back in the day, there's really no talking and negotiating with this sort of level of program. It's the type of thing that once you step up to the entrance of the temple, you'll be within combat distance, and you're going to have to do that speed check, just like any black ice.
Well, I guess. Here we go.
Fine.
I do have another ability
Uh-oh.
program that I picked up.
To win.
Yeah.
The win
All I do
program.
is win. Yeah, the win program.
The program for winning.
Oh, you just won Cyberpunk. She won, everybody. We're done. We're done. She won. And, yeah.
Back it up.
You're welcome. It's armor, which is a defender type. Lowers all brain damage you would receive by 4 as long as the program remains res. Let's go ahead and res it. Because this is not going to go well.
Nice.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so you step up, you load that in, and you step up. Give me your interface. Let's do a little speed check here. As the samurai kind of steps up to you as you step in within combat distance.
That's an 11.
Yeah, it steps up, tries to take a swing with the sword, missing. You basically get the jump on it.
Hey! I want to use...
Sorry, I'm trying to see where my sword is.
No, I know. And again, anybody in chat, there is a bit of a learning curve. We are new to Fantasy Grounds. Shout out to Fantasy Grounds. Really happy to have them as a sponsor, but bear with us. Next few sessions, probably. I imagine next handful of sessions we'll be learning as we go more and more, and then eventually we'll be masters of Fantasy Grounds.
Masters. Okay. I think for that one, I didn't know if it was different in here. I think I just roll interface for it.
Okay.
So,
What program?
sword.
Yeah, I think it just has a +2, right? Or +1.
Yeah, interface, and I think you get a +1 either on damage or attack with sword. I have the cards with me.
I'm pretty sure.
A
it's attack.
+1 on attack.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, there it is. Shout out to the cards, which I should have already had open and ready for that. Not doing me much good closed up in the box next to my desk.
What? No. Okay, here we go. Gonna
Yeah, go for it.
go at. I feel like they both go in kind of at the same time with that classic face-off sword.
Nice. Yeah, you got to
You
beat
You
it.
like rush past each other.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got to beat a 6.
I have more luck. Okay,
Which I
well,
think,
we'll just do this.
you
I have
should- unless you crit
+1 on
fail.
attack.
Yeah,
Hey,
Get it,
well,
you have a +1 on attack. I think you're
Don't say
pretty
that.
good
Don't.
because your interface +1. I don't think you can.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I won't say it.
Man.
To say it. You have to say
Oh,
it.
man.
I can't believe it.
Hey.
Why would you even say that?
I can't believe it.
Why would you say that to me?
Say it and it happens. There was a crit fail there. Anybody on the podcast that doesn't get the visual. So yeah, crit fail. But yeah, you still have a couple more actions. Because keep in mind, you didn't have to use an action to dodge that speed check. That speed check is just that initial encounter with this black ice, this old school samurai.
At least I didn't miss the dodge.
Exactly.
That is very good.
Oh,
But yeah, you can, I believe, zap or yeah.
yeah.
Just bring 3 sword programs next time.
I need more.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, Zap.
All that money and anything you wanted from Arasaka and forgot to ask for more sword programs.
What is with your rolls today?
Fantasy Grounds wants me to fail.
Yeah, apparently.
Nope, that's a hit.
Oh,
Hey!
By that I mean I love you.
Yeah, don't forget it's contested too. So it was a different DV. Even if it was at 6, you would have beat it with that 8. But yeah, you got it with an 8. So give me the damage. I know it's just a zap, just a 1d6, but hey, you zapped him.
1d6 is still.
Yeah, you hit him.
4.
Nice, that's good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you zap the
we
samurai.
should think about some new programs, maybe.
Yeah, but you zap him. You see, some sparks go out from him, and you see the program almost look a bit confused as it kind of glitches in and then, out and then back in. It seems like it hit him, did some damage, but the interaction of programs kind of glitched him out for a split second. You can definitely tell you're dealing with newer tech than his system has had before. But you still have one more action. That
I'm
action.
gonna zap again.
Yeah, go for it. Gotta. 6, 7, 8. Gotta beat an 8 this time. Nice, just beat it. Yeah, give me a 1d6. You zap him again. You see the samurai kind of trying to dodge your zaps, but again, maybe the newer programming or whatever it is, it's doing its damage.
Yeah.
Nice, and back out to the room. Bud, Allie, and Rush, all 3 of you, give me a perception check.
Doesn't sound good.
Alright, I'm gonna have everything in threat detection,
Yeah.
I think.
Nope. I got 11. I hope you're very perceptive.
15.
I'm just making sure this is working properly. Apply effect. There we go.
Ah. Very cool.
And then I have to actually find the awareness skills, perception. Oh, and I rolled a 9.
Wow.
24.
Very nice.
Yeah, well, I'll post it up out there in the room and amongst the soldiers and everything. Rush, you notice in the pile of equipment and things that you and Allie own that's over by those sort of moto drills and drones. You see your phone kind of flashing like your agent is going off. Bud, you see clearly it's Arasaka calling. You see the name Mr. Yinshaw and Anzu come up on the screen as Rush has it saved. They're calling.
Well, I don't see anything, so.
Well, Bud
Wolves
seems
in
to be
your court.
thinking, what's Rush's reaction when he sees his agent going off?
Rush wants to go for it, but he's...
Oh, I'm gonna grab it first if he's moving. I'm gonna grab the phone.
Yeah, you can easily do that. If Rush tries to somewhat get up, while being cuffed, it's a little awkward. You see him kind of like notice what you notice, but both of you see each other seeing the phone going off. But Bud, absolutely, you can grab it if you want.
Come on, Rush. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. We don't need handlers, okay?
Tell that to them.
Look, Arasaka handlers are trying to get in touch. Either we answer it and try and play it off, or they're probably going to send some gonks down here to see what's happening.
They already know.
Thought you were meant to be a. Oh, sorry, you go.
They already know what's going on. I called them, and I explicitly told everything that was going on at the same time.
Well, aren't you a good little employee? I'm just going to hang up his agent.
Thought you were meant to be a punk. What, you gonna snitch on us?
Isn't that what you just did? To Mommy and
We're just
Daddy
trying to-
Arasaka?
We're just trying to finish the job. And have
Yeah.
you even thought about how you're gonna get out of here?
I never think that far ahead. You know me.
Yeah, that's the problem. You never think that far ahead. That's how we ended up with Hades in a coma. That's how we ended up with everyone getting
Hey, don't put-
holes in them.
Don't put that on me.
You wouldn't even You wouldn't have even thought to put on a radiation suit, goddammit. But we're bad for thinking ahead. God, I can't believe you. I thought we were friends.
I hope Slim comes through, because this is getting real tiresome.
Yeah, you notice the other soldiers looking a little uncomfortable. They kind of look at each other and just like, wow, they're going through it. But back over to Hades. Yeah, you're
Not
in the
us,
system.
right?
Hey, at least it's not us. Yeah, they have that sort of vibe. But over to Hades, yeah, you see this sort of black ice samurai kind of lunge at you and take a swipe with its sword. So yeah, give me your interface. That'll be the 10.
Well,
Nice.
What'd you get? Oh, 12.
a 12.
Nice, yeah, it takes a swing, misses.
Take that, old program. I'm going to use my sword again. Nine.
Oh, I missed the +2.
Nice, it's a hit. Give me the damage.
Yes.
Roll good. Roll good. Big damage dice. Here we go.
Good.
Good dice.
Pretty good.
Nice. You can describe how you end this samurai program with your sword if you want. Yeah.
So after the first run toward each other, swipe through, and nothing fundamentally happens. They kind of square off again. If there was a camera, you'd come from the side, see one, see the other, and then another real fast, this time so fast, and it looks like they just appear at the other end. And then the program, the samurai, starts to kind of pixel out into the wind
Nice.
from the top down.
Nice. And glitches out and just dust in the wind. Pixels in the wind. But yeah, Hades, you still have 2 more actions now as you're out front of, this huge Arasaka Mikoshi data fortress looking like an old ancient Japanese temple. The sounds, the music, the occasional bird flying by sort of glitching in and out. It's a bit eerie. It almost feels like you're in some like weird horror film or something, just the way it keeps glitching in and out and the music keeps like skipping and then going to static and then back. It's just very odd out here. But you're just standing out front of the temple. What are you doing?
Just the kind of place for me. Hades is going to attempt to enter.
Nice. Yeah, you enter the temple, and you step inside basically to see a huge open hall. It basically opens up into this huge open hall with all these sort of Japanese decorations and lanterns kind of lining up the sides of them. You see rows and rows of doors. They look fairly narrow, just barely shoulder width, and just rows and rows of them. You see them all numbered. You can clearly see up ahead on the right side, you can see the number 212, which is the number that you're supposed to be looking for in their database or whatever of Ingram's. It appears that this is where you're at. The other thing that you notice is at the very end of the hall, there's a real large red door with gold trim along the edge of it, and it looks like it's glowing from behind that door.
Oh no.
And then right when you kind of make notice of the numbered doors and then the big red door, when you eyes focus down to the end of that hall, within just like a second, you see this sort of glitching, glowing entity, and it's almost like it's made out of like neon lights, but within its own like panel of static, and it hovers right in front of you. Within a couple seconds, the second you notice it back by that red door, it swoops in right in front of you and just goes, "Hello, Minji Jin, Hades. It is great to finally meet you in person." And while it says that, your agent and meet space goes off, and you see that same exact message coming from the AI that this thing just said to you?
Actually, I almost forgot one important part of my book.
Yeah. Don't smoke.
It's nice to finally meet you as well.
Yes, I see you have made it here. This is good news. You know, there are some hostile entities outside of Izanagi. I can sense them.
Yes, there is a lot of hostility outside.
Well, at least you are okay, and the mission is proceeding.
Of course. And you, my friend, how are you?
Doesn't seem to answer.
Do we...
Question: do we know the number? Is 212 the number we're looking for the Arasaka?
Exactly. Just to do a
It is,
little,
okay.
just to do a little, not so meta, but recap of the things that you've kind of learned since you got here, because I know there's certain things like the text said, and just so it makes sense, because your characters would absolutely make sense of this. You had the tracing beacon that was to take you to this biochip for Arasaka. Once you got there, you see it's in the center of the hot zone. You get down there, and it's tracing to that biochip that's plugged into the wall. But now you have found out from the Pacifica Confederation task force that their Netrunner went in. Like, none of the engrams are loaded into these biochips. So yeah, it's powered up, which triggered Arasaka to see that it was on. If you remember, they talked about someone has powered it up. It's back on the grid. Go there and retrieve it. Now you have learned from Pacifica Confederation, our Netrunner went in to try to connect. Apparently it's Ingram 212 is the one Arasaka's after. It's the same one we're trying to intercept. But you got to go in, and you got to get that Ingram to load into the biochip.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess Hades will go to door 212.
Yes, and this sort of AI entity, just as you go to the door, it just literally keeps the same distance from you. Every step, every movement you make, whether forward, backward, side to side, it seems to have that same exact distance, almost like it's attached to you. It's very odd, but it just kind of floats right next to you, right up to that door 212.
Well, here goes nothing. And open.
Yeah, you open the door, and basically the AI kind of floats back, and you see it go set in front of that red door with the gold trim at the end of the hall. And as the door opens, you see it opens up into something that spatially doesn't make sense to where you're at, but obviously you're in a system and in this data fortress. So as it opens, it just opens up into like a huge home. It almost feels like you're inside of like the equivalent of kind of Rush's mansion. It has that same sort of vibe, like you're in this sort of McMansion. And as you step in, I mean, it's all these decorations. You can even smell like there's some food cooking. Like you distinctly smell like soy and a little bit of chicken, like there's someone's cooking. And then you look around, there's furniture, and on the other side of the room, there's a big living room, these big windows kind of all along the wall, and you see it opens up into like nature. There's like hills and everything's green, and you see like just real lush nature. And there's an old, a very old looking Asian man standing over there, and he's looking out the window. And when you open the door and step in, he turns to you and just says, "Oh, hello. Does Hades understand Japanese?" I feel like
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
She is Japanese.
yeah, that's what I thought. He turns around speaking in Japanese, noticing you just, oh my, I don't think I've ever had a guest. How did you even get in here? Oh, welcome, please come in. I was just preparing dinner. Please come in.
I'm very skilled at getting into places.
Well, welcome. I don't think I've ever had a guest. Please come in.
Of course. And Hades will step in.
And I think Hades will eat some of the food in here with the guy before ushering him elsewhere.
All right, give me a resist torture. No, I'm just kidding. And you wake up in a bathtub, naked and zip tied in a bathtub. There it is. I know chat mentioned it earlier. I was trying to work it in. No.
He wants to offer food, but he's a really poor cook.
Yeah. No, but you step in, and you kind of accept his greeting and welcome, and of course he's like, "Oh, please," and he gestures for you to kind of step into a side room where you see a dining room table, and there's kind of food set out, and he just gestures in that direction. As you step in, you notice the door closes behind you, and he gestures over towards the food and sits down. I apologize, and he kind of slides over another plate. Again, I have never had a guest, but here, please just sit and eat and spend some time with me.
Who are you?
And again, my name's... Hold on, I know it began with an F. Oh, Mr. Fang. Mr. Fang, sorry. I have such a hard time with the names. I always have to dig through all the fine print and find the one name. I'm going to start bolding the names.
Reminds me of like Pokemon where you're like, my nephew.
But no,
what was his name again?
But you say that and he introduces himself. I'm Mr. Fang, and yours?
Hades.
Well, very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, I've never had a guest, so you're welcome to eat and spend some time. What brings you here?
You. What is it you have done before all of this?
Before all of this? I mean, I've done many things. I work for Arasaka. I deal with most of the supply chains and surplus locations and most of our banking locations. And well, you should know this. You're obviously working with us. You're here. I don't understand the question.
Well, you know how Arasaka likes to be very cautious. I need to make sure you have not been compromised.
Yeah, give me a communication.
Conversation?
Yeah, conversation. Sorry. Or communication. Let's create our own.
Sort of make new skills.
Same thing.
Love it.
Oh yeah, that is a social skill, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Nice. Yeah. I mean, we're very cautious, but this doesn't seem like normal protocol. This doesn't seem normal. Is something wrong? What is this about? And he stands up from the dinner table.
you may or may not know, a lot of things have happened since you've been in here. One of the reasons I've been sent to retrieve you.
In here, I don't understand what you're referring to. What and retrieve me? What are we doing? What is going on here? You can tell he's like getting nervous and.
Arasaka wants to thank you for your years of service, but they would prefer to do so in person.
Oh, okay. Give me a persuasion now.
Do you need a +2?
Yeah, don't forget we got +2s and
15.
oh, don't need it.
Good.
Yeah, okay.
Stuff.
Don't forget.
No, that's fine. If Arasaka wants to thank me, I mean, I've put in many years of work. I appreciate that. Okay. That's
And
fine.
your years shall not go unrewarded.
Okay. I guess that's fine. Thank you. He sits back down at the dinner table. Now let's
So-
back out to the team in the. Did you have a quick question there, Rockette?
I did real quick. I'm assuming Hades would likely know this. In order to get him onto the ship, do I just have him leave the room?
Yeah, you would have to basically have him leave the room and escort him out of the Japanese temple and over.
Okay.
Yeah, to well, you basically haven't really like looked around, but you would have to, either find an access point that leads to the biochips and things like that to basically load him in.
Escort quest. All right, I'm ready.
Please go through this unmarked door.
Yeah.
But yeah, back out to the team. You're posted up there, Bud. You've got the phone, and it's still going off. You can see Anzu and Mr. Yinshaw are calling Russia's phone.
What do you think, guys? Should I answer it?
No, man. It's your decision. No, as a player, I also don't know.
They don't
I'm
totally
just-
trust you. I don't think you can play it off.
No. But I was gonna gloat.
What? No!
You should
That's a
definitely
terrible
do
idea.
that.
I'll just hang up.
Okay. Yeah, you hang up.
Oh, look. It's unlocked. Should I delete your Kingdom Clash account, Rush?
That's life.
Well, I thought we agreed no torture.
Just insult to injury.
I see you've been spending Arasaka's money on gems.
No, that's my money.
Yeah, and while you guys are having a little bit of chatter and Bud turns the phone off, you start to hear from where like that stairwell is down the hall, like running noises, like stomping and running noises. And then you see some of the soldiers, like all of them kind of go to their ear comms and they're all like looking at each other and they kind of like raise their eyebrows. And then before you can even make sense of that, you see Slim enter the room with looks like about 4 other soldiers with him. But he comes into the room in a little bit of a panic. He just enters, the soldiers kind of come in around him. He just like glances at you, just making a gesture towards you, Bud, but looking back to the other soldiers, he's like, we landed. You had a bunch of scavers gathering up. They're coming down. Right as we were coming in, they were gathering up on the perimeter. They're coming down the tunnel. They're coming down right now. And right when he says that, you can hear coming like from that tunnel area, a big explosion sort of noise. Almost like someone tossed a grenade down or a couple grenades or something. You feel some of the building kind of shake. And Slim says, oh, we need to hunker down. They're probably making their move now. Everyone, they're coming in. He looks towards you, Bud. Ready to do a little more fighting with us again?
But you never ask.
Then he looks
Do you
over.
mind getting us out of these cuffs?
I do, actually. You guys sit tight.
So these
You just
so Rush and Ali are the ones dealing with the
Yeah, they got brain danced in Tokyo pretty hardcore. They are fully committed to the cause right now. It's kind of tiresome, actually.
Okay, well that's
ridiculous.
it's a little depressing. We're down a couple soldiers in this situation, but and you can hear like yelling and like hooting and hollering and like scuffle noises and like a couple gunshots. Like there's definite crowd of people coming down that stairwell.
Oh, we ain't gonna need them. Just chuck me my smart rifle.
Yeah, and you have all your gear and weapons and stuff, and you see Slim kind of make his way over to where the tech is and Hades and a couple of the soldiers there as the rest of the soldiers, like the other 6, kind of are making their way into that front hallway. What's Bud doing?
Hades, progress.
That depends. Are you going to keep me alive? I can hear what's going on out there.
Absolutely. I can't hear what's going on in there, though. How much time do you need?
I don't know. I'll tell you when I'm out.
Okay, stay on comms. I'm gonna do some target practice.
Yeah, what's Bud gonna do?
I'll grab my smart rifle, my duffel bag with all sorts of grenades and toys, and I'll start making my way back up the stairwell to where these scavers are coming.
Nice. Yeah, you make your way up there, and yeah, you can hear. It sounds like more than a dozen maybe making their way down the stairwell. When you look up, you even see like the flash of people every once in a while through that sort of middle center on the top 4 floors before it opens up into that sort of broken hallway where you enter that stairwell, and you can see them kind of pouring down and just making their way down.
Only 12?
That's what you see initially, yeah, like about a dozen or so coming down.
I should have.
Don't make this a
more,
balcony,
mate.
bud.
And then, and then Rush and Allie, as those 6 soldiers and Bud kind of make their way into the hallway. You see Slim over there, kind of like nods to Hades. He's talking to one of the techs and the other soldiers that's over by the drones and stuff. And then he turns over to you, Rush and Allie, and says, "So you two really, you think working with Arasaka is a good thing? Both of you honestly think that?"
Just a job. That's all it is.
Okay, then you can quit any time then, right?
We're committed to the job. We already made a promise.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you have said if we walked away from the job with you?
Right, that's a little bit different. I don't know if...
How?
because of what Arasaka is, what they're capable of doing to people and what they did in the past. I don't know if you've looked around, but this entire part of the city is thanks to them.
That was Silverhane.
Okay. He turns around and kind of walks back over to the tech and where Hades is, and he leans into you, Hades, and says, "How's it going? Did you get in? Are you finding the Ingram? You finding Mr. Fang, or
Cat now.
Oh, I found him. I found him.
why does he look like a cat?
He's very wiggly.
He's very wiggly.
Yeah, why does he look like
He's so
a cat?
soft, but he's so soft. But no,
Lawyer
yeah.
video. I'm not a cat.
But over to you, Hades. You're in the room. Mr. Fang has sat down. You've kind of got him to calm down. You've convinced him that you're supposed to take him somewhere to be appreciated by Arasaka, and it's worked. He believes you, so he sat back down.
Fantastic. I think.
When will the lies end?
Hey, Hades says she hasn't lied to you. But yeah, she'll eat this meal with Mr. Fang, and then afterward she'll start to kind of hustle him a bit.
Yeah. You're sitting there, and while you're eating, let's pass a few rounds and go back to... No, I'm kidding. It won't take that long, but you're able to eat. We'll streamline that, and you...
They're fast eaters.
Yeah, you eat that, and you go to escort him, and okay, let me just grab some of my things. Let me possibly put on my other suit, and you see him like looking in a mirror. Let me fix myself a little bit. Hold on, let me go change. Put on my nicer suit
I
first.
believe that suit looks wonderful, and you know how Arasaka is about being kept waiting.
Oh yes, that's very true. Oh, okay, then yes, let's go. He's following behind you.
And start leading toward the dungeons.
Yeah, you leave. You go to the room and you go to leave, and you notice the door is locked. You're now facing a password 12 to get out of this room. It's a bit of a trap here.
Neat. I love traps.
I don't know if you have +2s.
We
plus
do.
two
We
keeper.
have 3 +2s.
I'll be taking
We'll
one of
allow it with
those.
the roll check, even though typically we won't let those. We'll allow it for the sake of the severity of this session and what's going on with Hades.
It's a
I think she
treat.
needs it. Yeah.
For the sake of this not just going forever. Well, what do you know?
First attempt, no good. Yeah, you're not able to get the door open, and Mr. Fang leans in. Is there a problem?
Your door is very sticky.
Oh, I assure you, I've never been able to open it.
Well, lucky I'm the one trying. I'm gonna try again. Oh, come on.
Come on. You can do it.
Yo, 12.
Yay!
Nice. Yeah, on the third
There we
attempt,
go.
you're able to get the door open and step out into the hallway with Mr. Fang. The second you step out there, you see the AI entity kind of float right from that big glowing red door with gold trim. Comes right up to you. Hello, Hades. You have made it back out.
I have. would you be so kind as to chaperone us to the biochips?
Biochip access would be in the control node. That would be in the front of the building. And it gestures towards the front entrance where you came in.
Let's head that direction then, shall we?
Yeah, it floats with you.
He's just gonna go and just doesn't say anything to Mr. Fang or anybody.
Yeah, sure. You go right up to the door, and yeah, you see there's basically a control node right next to the entrance. You can see there's a control node, and there's a file there. Both are looking like DV12s.
Of course they are.
Control node... actually, you looked at it wrong. It looks like a DV10 control node there.
Hey, what do you mind these old eyes? Or I think I have one more go, so let's see how lucky we are. Yo, 12 it is.
Nice.
Yeah, you're able to get this control node open, and you see that you have access to the actual access point Izanagi. You can access that on and off to actually give access to Makoshi. You also have the Makoshi lock and unlock control. So it seems like there's like a double security sort of setup here to where not just to access the password 12 to enter, but you can actually lock the access point, lock down Makoshi. Like it's more security than you've seen before. Beyond that, it looks like there's control to something called a computer, the engram room numbers, where it looks like you can actually open and close the engram room numbers without having to do a password DV if you had control of the node. And then you also can see security cams, pass scanners, a turret, blood swarm, goop, and 4 drones, all out in that main room. But you can see, unlike other control nodes, like these don't even show to be online or offline. They just look to be unfunctional, like broken programming. Like obviously they've been destroyed, whether through radiation, the explosion, or the fragmented system. They just don't appear to be online. And then you also see access to the biochips, and all numbered. You can clearly see the biochip 212 that matches to this engram in that slot.
Well, first things first. Let's get Mr. Fang situated.
Yeah, you can easily do that. Yeah, you escort him. You open up that biochip and you escort him right into this control node as the program, almost folds within itself and enters this control node. And you see it slide right into that biochip, right into that 212.
Thank goodness. This has taken too long anyway. Then... what would need to happen to access these files? Question mark.
Yeah, you would have to drop down to the next level because it looks like it's like a separate sort of level to this control node or part of the system, and it looks like a DV12.
Let's give it a try. Actually, I think I'm out of move to this one.
Oh yeah, you are. You're out of
Because I
net actions.
opened the
Yeah.
door.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, back out to the team. Yeah, you can hear all those people coming down that stairwell. Bud, you're kind of in the front of the line. You've got a handful of soldiers around you, all of them with rifles, shotgun under barrels. All of them are kind of like looking up the stairwell and just kind of waiting for this swarm to come down. Hey, thanks, Bronx Smash, another +2. What's Bud doing?
We are now back
Well-
up to 3, by the way.
Nice.
Looks like we can't get to a better position than this. We're going to meet them on the stairwell, which is kind of sucky. What's the chance of me getting a clear shot?
Yeah, you can...
The first one's running down.
Yeah, I mean, even without... You have initiative on this, kind of playing off of that first initiative. And, these guys are just kind of moving in a mob mentality. They're not trying to be stealthy. They're just kind of rushing down, following after Slim and probably looking to attack. But yeah, you can easily get a shot off. You know, you can kind of, if that's what you want to do, wait for this sort of mob to hit that lower platform where they curve around, and yeah, absolutely, go for it.
So yeah, I'll Cyber Eye targeting starts coming on. Start, you know, counting targets, and as they whip round the corner, the rifle comes up. The and it, you know, locks into the subdermal grip. All the data gets collated, and I fire a shot. 23.
Nice. Which was this? Your is
This is my assault rifle.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So
that's
it's
a
plus
hit.
1, it's excellent quality, +1 for smiling.
Yeah, it's not optimal distance or anything by any means by the rifle, but you still surpass the DV. This mob isn't dodging; they're almost like just, you know, forcing their way down. Give me the damage.
Not the best. 15.
Doggy. Nice. Yeah, one of the guys in the front takes significant damage. Hits him in the chest. He even staggers down, dropping his gun. He had some type of pistol. Two of the guys behind him kind of like grab him, put him aside, and keep trying to come forward. Is that
That's all I have. Yeah, it's a single shot. Yeah, ready to fire 1.
Okay, yeah, you fire that off. And now the military guys kind of like let loose. You hear about 4 or 5 shotguns go off. And it just starts blaring into this crowd of people. You see about 3 or 4 of this mob kind of just collapse down to the ground from the shotgun damage. The guy that you shot even gets finished off by one of the soldiers. A few others get injured as the ones behind just, you know, keep climbing over the few that got taken down in front of them. And they're all just kind of like yelling. They start jumping down. A couple of them kind of fall when they jump down, obviously. Not that athletic, whereas a few others kind of climb down and sort of jump down. You see some of the soldiers that you're around kind of tactfully in formation, like going backwards with their guns. Like it's almost like they're not going to try to engage in melee or hand-to-hand. They're still kind of stepping back, keeping that distance that they're using their shotguns with. But that's what you notice.
What are these crazy conks on? Like black lace or something? Wow.
And what's Bud doing? You've got some movement. You get the shot off. You see all this kind of going on around you. You still gonna post up their melee distance, or are you gonna follow the pack and sort of work backwards?
How many are still coming?
You can see there's about 7 of them still alive and coming down the stairs and jumping down.
I'm gonna hold my ground. It's mono katana time.
Okay, yeah. As you do that and you hold ground, one of the soldiers, as they're kind of stepping back, yells out to you. And just says, "You're in line of fire! You're in line of fire!" As they're kind of like stepping back.
Yeah, I know. Shing.
It won't matter for long.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pull that out, and I mean, just within seconds, you know, that Mono 3 just starts glowing from the buzz, and you can basically hear everyone notice that that glow, and a little bit of a gasp from the team there. But yeah,
so cool.
Like, oh my God, is that a Mono 3? And yeah, you feel the glow kind of hum. And what color was yours glowing? What's the original Mono 3? I forget what we discussed.
I think my Mono 3 is red. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you pull that out, glowing. And yeah, back in the main room, you basically see Slim, you know, Rush Alley. Unfortunately, you two are pretty cuffed up right now, as Slim is just kind of standing next to Hades with one of the security and the tech guys. Is there anything in particular that you two want to say or try to do or anything like that? Otherwise, I'm going to streamline back over to Hades.
I mean, I can't. Maybe I can crick my neck to get the comms on. This is stupid. You could have at least taken the grenades from my bag, you idiot. If you're gonna get us all killed, it's just selfish.
Hey, well, you want to cave this place in on us? Great idea.
You said hunker down.
Not under the rubble. Look, I'm working here.
Nice. Back over to Hades. You basically load him in. He got into that control node, into that biochip 212 that matches his Ingram. He's in there. You're kind of posted up. What's Hades doing?
Going for the file again.
Nice, go for
Get
it.
it,
You got some
get it.
+2s. Don't forget.
I'll go ahead and take one. Wow.
Crit fails is that today?
Hades is crit
A
failing
number of them.
every other roll.
I'll roll
It
again,
seems
I guess.
statistically
Yeah.
impossible.
One would think.
We've decided we're not using fantasy grounds anymore. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not until they let us win.
Yeah, they need to fudge these dice for us one time.
Oh,
Nice,
speak
yeah.
of.
Yeah, you're able to get in there on that last attempt. You crack into the code, realizing like, yeah, this place is secure as you would assume it would be, being Arasaka. But you finally get into it, basically to see that you're looking at a file holding the camera footage from the security cams. You notice that the date is cut off right on the date of the 4th Corporate War. Footage seems to end right when the bomb goes off, but the footage is actually intact prior to that. So there and prior, all that footage is there. Aside from that, you can see there's an access list to Makoshi, like netrunners and workers that are allowed access, it appears, with their pass accesses. There's a service list for updates and ICE updates. There's a list of encryption keys and decryption keys. And there's some hard plug software.
I imagine there's 30,000 pop-ups. You have this update. Do you want to update?
Right. Oh, it's been a
Going to
while.
Download all of it.
Nice. Yeah, you grab everything. You grab the old camera footage, the file, the encryption, decryption keys, everything. You take everything off of that ID file, and don't forget to make notes of these things. Or if you need me to list them in the Discord, just remind me of that later, because I know we've jacked thumb drives, files over 9 seasons, and I don't think even one time you guys have ever opened up any of them. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. You guys had access. You guys have found access to all kinds of stuff and have not once opened them up. I had all kinds of little fun things. So
One day we'll just empty them all out on the cafe table.
So I am going to take a moment to meta a little to tell Hades, please write these things down. If you need me to put it in chat, I'll do it later. Just remind me.
I can write it down.
Making a
Nice.
note. All the data. Okay.
I like that. John says update 10,000.2. Yeah, this system is a little outdated, so absolutely. But yeah, you jack everything off of that file, and in order to streamline, what does Hades want to do? Unless there's other net things in the control node or file or whatever. Let's give her another round of 3 net actions to kind of streamline now that you were able to do all that.
So, Hades will go back up to the level that the AI is on. And
Yeah, you pop back out into the hallway. In the second that you're out of the system, that AI just instantly floats right back up to you. Hades, is everything going well? I see that Ingram 212 has now left our system. Everything is on course. This is good news.
it is. And it has been a pleasure working with you.
Oh, this is just the beginning.
I'm sure it is. I look forward to a very lucrative partnership.
Yes, please. Make sure you come back and see me again sometime. I have more things to show you.
Of course.
Quick question for the outside. So, the control node aspect of restricting access, would it be possible to close off access restriction to just completely? Would that make it to where the AI can't reach out?
No.
Trying to lock it in here.
Yeah, ultimately, the AI, this would close off the access point and access to Makoshi database, data fortress from other netrunners and people. So ultimately, like if someone was on the access list or to do updates, they would get access. And then if they were to turn off or on access to either the access point or Makoshi itself, it would basically they would have the override code. So whoever would do that would have to get company access to be in the system, get access to that control node. Then they could shut it all down, meaning no one else can get access to the system. No other netrunners can jack in if you shut off Izanagi. And then even if you didn't shut off that and they would get in, you could shut off Makoshi until that netrunner, whoever turns it off, reaccesses the code. So if you were to turn it off, it wouldn't necessarily stop the AI. The AI doesn't leave the data fortress through that access point. But you do know you have run into the AI out and about in the world. So obviously something's up with that. You haven't talked to the AI about too many things. But yeah, you can't lock the AI from getting out. It wouldn't get out anyways. You know what I mean? But it is a way for you to lock it from anyone else being able to get in, and then only you would know that code. It would be a really, really high DV to break it, you know?
I think I would like to do that and also attempt to wipe the list of whoever had access outside of me.
Yeah, you can easily do that. You have control over it. You still have access. You're in that. And you do it. You're able to shut down the access point. You set your own private code that you have in your cyber deck. So now anytime that you go jack in with your cyber deck, you have that code right there. You're able to go in and then turn it off and open it up or whatever.
The code is Hades is great. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Perfect.
Yeah, and after that, Hades will. I mean, there's no reason to do a cloak, so Hades will just leave.
Well, it was very nice to finally see you in person. Please come back.
I shall. Be well.
And yeah, you step out of the temple, and you're back out front. You see the pathway kind of going out to the access point to enter back out into the room. And as you're making your way there, we step back out into the room as Russian Alley. You hear, shotgun shells going off. You hear yelling and hooting and hollering and just commotion. And then you distinctly hear like the hum from Bud's Mono 3. Bud, over to you. Hey, Vampire. Vampire Bites just gave another +2. So you got a couple of them. What's Bud doing?
Whoever's first, they get run through with a buzzing monomanicular katana.
Nice. Yeah, go for it. Give me your melee.
Cool. 13.
Yes, that's a
Probably
hit.
should have. I rolled a 1.
That's still a
Still
hit.
hit.
Yeah, all melee's contested.
Wow.
These are scavers. You can tell as you're attacking them, like there's no tack to them. They're just like rushing. They've got guns drawn, pipes, blades.
17, and it ignores 11 points of armor.
Yeah, you slice right through the leathers, just cutting into this guy. You can tell he's hanging on by just a few HP, as he's just completely flayed open, blood just kind of running down as others look at it and just kind of look a bit terrified, noticing you have a Mono 3. You can even see like kind of group morale of these scavers just dropped a bit. It seems like they might be working a bit on a negative here on out just from that intimidation factor. But as you do that, you notice the soldiers behind you kind of arguing. A couple, he's in line of sight. Frack it. And they start rushing back up with you. A couple of them kind of using their guns to butt heads of some of the scavers. A couple others just drop their rifles and pull out some mono katanas of their own. One of the other guys popping out some wolvers. And they all just kind of do some melee attacks. It's just like you can tell these scavers are just no match for trained soldiers and edge runner solo like yourself and these guys, as they just cut through these guys the same way you are. A couple of them drop dead, a couple take significant damage. But the other thing that you notice is there seems to be more coming. You hear like more rumbling coming down the stairs, more yelling and hooting and hollering. There's even more coming. And then a couple of the scavers, take a shot at you, Bud. A couple of the ones that were right there in the front. So give me your evade if you want to.
Absolutely, I
reflex.
do.
You want to?
Well, because it is a choice. You can make them have
You
to,
don't have to.
battle the DV chart, but it's always better to.
Yeah, I feel like I can roll better than the DV chart.
Exactly. Yeah, they're kind of right there at optimal range. So. Give me 2 evasions while you're at it, please.
Well, the first one's a 7.
Do you want a +2?
Nice. Yeah, first one hits you.
I'll take the. I'll add +2 to the second one. I don't like that shot. 23 on the second one.
Nice.
First with all the ones
first
today.
one, the
Unbelievable.
bullet thuds into you, doing only 9 points of damage. I don't even think that even gets through your armor, but it just studs.
No,
into
it's
you.
bladed to 10, so it doesn't quite.
Nice. Yeah, it just studs into you as the other shot, whizzes past you. And you see a couple other shots go off like into the soldiers that are kind of fighting. You see one of the scavers, swing one of his pipes at the soldiers, and a couple of them take hits, but like you, it doesn't seem to even get through their armor. The other guy kind of dodges the pipe as that fight continues. You see Rush and Allie in the other room. You can tell Slim's demeanor kind of changes a little, and he seems to get a little bit panicked as he kind of like pushes the soldier aside and leans into the hallway, and then turns back and he's like, "Are you picking up on that?" And to the other soldiers, and he says, "There's a lot more coming. We're gonna need we need a plan B here." And he points at one of the techs. "Can you work on that?" And that tech pulls out one of those moto drills and starts riding it towards the back of the room, back where like it's collapsed and that elevator's open and such. What's Russian Alley Cat's doing? Did you guys want to say or do anything? I know it sucks being handcuffed. You guys are in that brainwash situation. We knew this was going to happen. But if there's anything you want to say or try to do, feel free. In brainwashed character, obviously.
So I wanted to ask last time, did they find my lockpick when they were going through my stuff in my pockets?
Oh yeah, everything that you had in your pockets have been taken out. They even found your mini Mono 3. They found everything in your pockets, emptied them out.
All right, so I don't have my lockpick with me. Is there anything on the floor, a piece of rubble or something that I could potentially use to pick handcuffs?
Give me a 1d10. Make sure it's under your luck stat. Don't forget you have a -2 to use if you want. You have a couple of them.
Yeah.
That's right. We have 2 -2s and 2 +2s.
I know Rush has awesome luck, but you drop that -2 on there, and it's almost a guarantee, right?
Yeah. What do we got?
Well, I'm rolling the d10, but it's not showing up in the chat.
You got to roll it on the
chat
actual
window
rolling table.
There you go. Yeah. Nice. That would have been a fail if you didn't use the -2. So look, that -2.
One time.
Of course.
Yeah,
Time we
that's
needed
crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're able to.
And my luck is 8, so.
Yep. Yeah, you're able to find, some shards of metal and things, that resemble your lockpick kit. Like there's debris everywhere. Yeah.
Okay. Can I try to pick the cuffs?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Give me a pick lock.
Oh, stop it.
It's a 20.
Wow. Yeah. You're able to pick that lock. Give me a stealth check give me a stealth check while you're at it. This is just going to be for Slim and the security that's with them, but they are at a negative because they're preoccupied.
It's to my notice.
Shouldn't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We next.
Yeah, Rush, you are now currently out of your cuffs, and no one has noticed.
Okay.
A couple more +2s
how
from
close am
chat.
I to Allie? Can I reach Allie's hands?
Oh yeah, you're right next to her. You guys are shoulder to shoulder.
All right, I'm gonna reach over behind her back, and I'm gonna start picking her cuffs.
Okay. Yeah, you go to try to do that. That'll be on your next turn. We'll do that roll.
Sure.
But over to Hades. You're able to, exit from AI. AI, says, "Please come back and see me. I have things to show you." It seemed very happy to finally meet you in person. You say your goodbyes as after you load up Ingram 212 into the matching biochip and make your exit, I assume?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, you pop
Gonna
out.
leave.
Yeah, you pop out of the system. and as you pop out, you see that access point glow kind of change to red. Even though it's still powered by the generator, you can tell that once you have exited the system and that access point with your deck that holds that code, it goes red. You can clearly tell it's been locked up.
Very good.
And now you're kind of in the middle of this chaos. You see Slim and security kind of, walk into the back of the room where it's dark and that broken elevator and where the roof's collapsing. And you see him like talking to a tech with one of the soldiers, and the tech firing up that drill moto and kind of going in where the elevator's open and the shaft trying to break through. And you hear like a bunch of fighting going on coming from the hallway. You see Russian Alley just handcuffed sitting on the floor. What's Hades doing? She just got out of the system.
Well, her attention would mostly be on Russian Alley. So when he goes to make the next lockpick try, I think I'm going to try and see if she notices it. Because they would be the focus of her attention. So.
Okay. Yeah, then you hop out to check them. Let's go over to Bud. Bud, big fight going on. You hear amongst the chatter. You're obviously not on the same comms, but it doesn't take a genius to pick up that they're discussing a secondary exit plan. They're talking about being overwhelmed by numbers. They hear more coming. Let's just try to shut off the shaft and back up and find a way out. As they're kind of fighting the mob, trying to force their way down this hallway. There's fighting and pushing back as they're trying to take steps back. But Bud, what are you doing?
Too many of these gunks. Tell me you got an exit, Slim.
You hear him yell out, "Working on it!" from the other room.
Hades, you done in there?
I'm just standing here. There's no one here with me. With our friends. It's just me.
You popped the chip?
What do you think? When have I ever come out of a system when I haven't finished it?
All right, hold him here. I'm gonna break away from the melee and go snatch up the case and try and load this chip in.
Nice. Yeah, you go over and now you can see where those sort of biochip tubes are loaded. You can clearly see one of them green. The ones that were powered blue from the ones red, well, this one is green. You can see it's clearly that one. In fact, the digital sort of information that comes up on the LED screen pops up, says number 212 loaded. You see like a temperature. And you see like a stabilization number, and it's counting down as if once you pull it out, you have a matter of seconds to get it into the case, which you do. I know that was your plan. So you pop it out, get it into the ISO case.
My thumb's on the case,
exactly.
Opens up, pull it, close it.
Yep, you've got it locked in.
Package in hand.
Yeah, and by the time of doing all that, you noticed a handful of soldiers kind of back in the doorway from the hallway, and now they're like shoving back. You hear a few shotgun shells go off as the crowd is kind of being held back in the hallway, and one of the soldiers kind of breaks away from that pack, and it goes over to where the other moto drill is and the drones are, and starts like digging through one of the bags, and you see him pull out a couple of grenades. And he looks over to Slim and he says, "Hey, let's collapse this tunnel. Let's collapse the hallway."
Okay.
Do it. Chooms on your feet. We're getting out of here. And I'm gonna go to haul Russian Alley to their feet.
Nice.
I guess we'll just stand up.
Surprise!
While Bud goes and gets the biochip out and loads it into the case, and Hades jacks out, and just kind of posts it up. Exactly. This all has to happen at the same time. And as the guy's grabbing the grenades and making his way back to the hallway to potentially throw them in there, you see the other tech boot up those two Savannah Panther drones. And they kind of like step forward like behind the soldiers in the hallway. And then over to Russian Alley. Everyone's preoccupied, but remembering Hades is right there, Russian Alley. You notice she jacked out and kind of walked over and is standing there with you two sitting.
I guess I'll... If it's not too obvious, I'm going to keep trying to pick Allie's cuffs.
Oh yeah, stealth versus perception, Rush versus Hades. Let's do it. Hades, perception, rush, stealth.
It's a 17.
Got to beat a 17 with your perception, Hades.
It's
Plus
stealthy
2.
boy.
There are plus
He is a
2.
stealthy
I'll take a plus
boy.
2.
He's very stealthy.
I
Minus
know. I
2
wish I
is
were
good.
that stealthy.
You're not though. You're a big old klutz.
Oh, that would be an 18.
Oh.
An 18.
Nice.
Wow.
Sorry,
Rush.
guy.
Yeah, just as Rush, you kind of like lean over and start messing with Allie's cuffs. Hades, you clearly see Rush's hand away from the other hand, and it has like a cuff hanging on it, like he's clearly free, and he's reaching over to Allie. And right as you say, hey, Rush, you notice Hades notices you just as Bud. You hear that go off just as that soldier gets over to the pack. The other soldiers back up as those two drones lunge into the hallway. You hear the scavers like screaming as they're now fighting these two Savannah Panther drones. As the other tech clips and tosses a couple grenades in there, and turns back to the rest of you. And this is where we'll end our session.
What a
Oh my god!
ride
Oh
this
my
one was.
god!
Oh my
That was
goodness.
crazy.
What a ride.
It's so much heads whipping around.
There's a lot
Sorry, you
going
guys
on.
had to sit there watching it happen for most of it, but
You
I
know
know.
what? That's
You're-
probably best because anytime we can act, we have acted to the detriment of this group.
yes, yes.
They will turn on us without
Yeah,
a second
and
thought.
And if it wasn't for Rush, I was going to try and use my Cyber Snake. So it's
Nice.
Oh,
like, we're Trixie.
Yeah, I feel like, at least at the beginning there was like all the sort of grappling tension and sort of dialogue role play, which was fun. But then once you were handcuffed, there was a little bit of time there where I was like, it kind of sucks being handcuffed. But then you had some great role play dialogue with Bud. I like how Allie got on the comms. Then your guys' interaction with Slim, like kind of questioning you a bit. And then I love that Rush thought of trying to pick the lock and was lucky enough to find some debris and make that work. I thought that was very in character of being brainwashed. Like it was great. Even being handcuffed and somewhat taken out of some of that scene. I like that. Brandon and Ellen as players were able to work their characters in and make it work and still be part of it and have it be fun. Because there's no avoiding that. You are brainwashed. It's a bit, real in the sense of how this is kind of going down. But I love how you guys are playing it out. It's by far my favorite campaign out of all 9 seasons.
So stressful.
All 9. I think that's why I love it the most. It is lots of tense moments and like it's been great, great contested role play. Lots of moments where like some players have to take off headphones and like there's just been all this just turmoil.
Can we go back to getting harpooned by the Raffen ship, please?
Right? Can we just get harpooned by the?
We at least knew where everyone stood.
Can we just try to not drown? Can we get back to a sinking ship and not drowning
Yeah,
on a
that's
floating nation?
To just murdering corpse in
Right.
their apartments.
Yeah.
biting people's faces off? Come on now.
No, but again, this
Life
is
was simpler back then.
yeah, this has by far been my favorite campaign. I love the dynamics of the team and just the way all of you as players are playing these characters and just leaning into what's happening. It's just so good, and I really appreciate all of you being part of it and just doing such a great job. And then obviously a big thanks to chat for being part of our story. It is so cool when you can not just contributing ideas and stuff, but all those +2s, -2s for stat checks, just other rewards and things that you all donate. We really appreciate that. It's just so much fun having you as part of the story. So Ellen, let's just keep track of those. I know typically we don't let them go session to session, but I've kind of gotten rid of that rule. Let's let them carry over. Let's just try to use them as much as possible because chat's rewarding so greatly, and just a reminder, everybody watching, make sure you like and comment and share the video on YouTube. If you're watching the VOD, we would love to have you here on the live stream on Twitch, but we know not everyone can make the live, and some do watch the VOD there on YouTube. So this message is for you. Make sure you give us a like and a comment. Let us know what you think, your best moments. I know there's been a lot of sticky moments in this campaign. I would love to hear your thoughts on that in the comments. Other than that, make sure you try that free subscribe to Syrinscape and try out the app for yourself. Take it to your game master or your players. I know you'll love it. And we'll see you next time. We'll be here next Thursday, same place, same time. Don't forget this Saturday, Roll to Cast. We're doing that Cyberpunk Red one shot over there that I'll be guest appearing. So make sure you join Roll to Cast. That's on your YouTube channel, right, guys?
Yes.
on our YouTube channel, ROLE to cast, and we're giving away PDFs.
Oh, yeah,
Cyberpunk Red PDFs.
We have 3
Giving away
free PDFs.
3 of the Cyberpunk Red PDF, so everyone make sure you tune in, get a free copy of that. Even if you have a copy, win it for a friend, get somebody into Cyberpunk. And that's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard, correct, for our Americans? Cool, 5 p.m.
Yes.
Yep, everybody tune in Saturday. And then right after that, I'll have Team Nevermore. So lots of Cyberpunk Red Saturdays. Start off at Roll the Cast and then come over to Cybernation. It'll be a lot of fun. But, yep, we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Azimir.